With a fence, your neighbors said you could save money bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive. Bad news.
This afternoon on the Wolverine Sports Network, the Grove City College football team closes out the home schedule for the regular season as the Wolverines host Case Western Reserve in a pivotal President's Athletic Conference game at Robert E. Thornfield. Kickoff coming up at 1 p.m. But first, it's time once again for the Andrew DiDonato Show here on the Wolverine Sports Network. The Andrew DiDonato Show brought to you, as always, by Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Hi, everybody. Ryan Briggs here, along with Grove City College head football coach Andrew DiDonato. Coach, as always, glad to be with you.
Glad to be back with you, Briggsy.
The Wolverines improving to 7-1 last week, going on the road and shutting out a surging Waynesburg team 51-0. And, Coach, obviously a 51-0 shutout win, a lot to be happy about. Offense over 550 yards. Defensively, another defensive touchdown. All in all, it seemed like a very mature performance by the Wolverines on the road against a team that's been on the rise.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. And again, to start the way we did with getting an interception returned for a touchdown, Caleb Brubaker. I mean, what a way to get started again. I mean, when you're in a game like that and you are a team favored, you want to have a fast start. And to have that was exciting. And then, yeah, I mean, I thought our defense obviously shutting them out. A running back leading the conference coming into the game, still do, in rushing, and we're able to limit their quarterback, who came off as being the PAC player, the offensive player of the week. And offensively, I just felt, we're getting back on track. Getting our line back, getting Dalton Ford back was great. Daniel Sullivan continuing to get back, doing the kicking and receiving duties. And I just thought, all in all, just a solid performance in all three phases.
Yeah, and we'll start out on the defensive side. Holding Waynesburg to 7 first downs overall, 3 of 12 on third down. Waynesburg had a strong opening drive, but I know one of the things we talk about is when you make a team drive the field and have to have 7, 8, 10 plays, whatever, that the longer the drive, the more apt that a negative play will happen, be it a penalty, a drop, whatever. In this case, a ball tipped at the line of scrimmage and into the very capable hands of one Caleb Brubaker, who went 82 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, and you put that really well. If people listen to us regularly, a lot of times when we talk about the keys to the game at the end, I talk about limiting the explosive play. And why that's so important is for the exact reason you just mentioned is, okay, if you don't give up any explosive touchdowns, what we're talking about there is that 35-yard touchdown run or the 50-yard touchdown pass, then what you are forcing teams to do, and then we talk about field position, special teams, those 2 points at the end, no explosive plays, field position. Well, if you establish field position that their average drive start is is around their own 20-yard line, and then you couple that with, hey, you're not going to have any long touchdown passes or big runs. Well, they're going to move the ball. This is college football. Teams are going to move the ball. But their percentage chance of scoring, if you don't give up that 20-plus yard pass or that 10-plus yard run, it is so much smaller than if you do. And I think that's what our defense does so well. Even if a team's able to move the ball, they're not getting that explosive play or that long touchdown. Well, it makes it much harder to score, and eventually we believe our defense will come through, and that's what they did in those situations, starting with that first drive.
And that was the 6th defensive touchdown of the season for the Wolverines, which leads NCAA Division III. The 4th interception of the season for Caleb Brubaker. Wolverines leading the conference with 14 interceptions and ranking among the national leaders in that category and among many others, including turnover margin. Meanwhile, the Wolverine offense, over 550 yards and over 300 combined yards passing, over 200 yards rushing. A lot of guys to highlight, but start with a guy that, a lot of times the guy that will get more, maybe a little more credit or a little more blame, I should say not him specifically, but the position, that being quarterback. And Logan Pfeiffer, 21 of 26, 285 yards, 3 touchdowns. I had to chuckle a little bit as I went back and watched the Waynesburg TV broadcast. And they were on there talking about, that Logan Pfeiffer has the lowest completion percentage in the conference. Of course, the Grove City offense is not a short passing game per se, but you look at the really important stats like yards per attempt, yards per completion. All of a sudden, you see Logan Pfeiffer at the top. But anyway, not only did he have the yards per attempt to completion, also very accurate as well, 21 and 26, one of his best games of the season.
Yeah, and it's a testament to him. I mean, we talk all the time when we install our offense how, we don't do a lot of screen passes. We don't do a lot of bubble screens. And so when you are attempting to complete passes, we're talking about deep balls downfield, comebacks on the sideline. So we always say, it's funny at the beginning of the year, I say, we're not going to lead the league this year in completion percentage. That's not our offense. But when we do complete a pass, it hurts you. And so it's neat, though, in a game like this past Saturday, when you get the best of both worlds. You hit those deep balls that hurt you, and you complete a lot of them. And he's obviously what he's done for this program, where he's taken us the season last year. I think the best way to measure quarterbacks winning, and my, has he done a lot of that. But honestly, on Saturday, knowing the details of what's going on, some of those passes where he checked, I mean, he made the call to take it from one play and change the play to another. So not only was he completing his passes, he was just in full command of knowing when to go to pass, when to check out of a play. He flipped runs at times, put us in different run plays. So you see those numbers, but I think it's a big testament to the way he prepared all week and just knowing this offense. And he got us in the right play and executed at a high level for all 4 quarters. And just an amazing effort by Logan and everybody, all the offense around him.
Another number that we're used to seeing, Nico Flatty over 100 yards. He had 139 yards and a touchdown. Ian DeMary ran for a touchdown. And it seems like the Wolverine running game back to where it was in terms of the division of labor and certainly the overall efficient performance of those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're sitting here 7-1, and we're right where we want to be, rank highly in a lot of categories in all phases. But we know what our offense is capable of, and it could be a number of reasons for it. But just even beginning of the year, middle of the year, just felt we weren't necessarily to the standard of what I think our offense can be. I think in the last couple of weeks we have been. One key element of that is having a dual back system, not just to give a guy rest, but we always have valued, at least in the last couple of years, having different types of backs, because it's hard when you see a patient runner like Nico and then just a right through you Ian come in. It just hits differently, and it just, we love the flow that it gives us. Obviously, Ian being out for a couple weeks or being banged up and limited, I just felt this game was a good picture of getting those two working off each other, and it was exciting to see.
And then, of course, at receiver, Scott Frazier, 10 catches, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns, now 13 touchdown catches this year. Daniel Sullivan, 6 catches for 86 yards. I know that Ryan Lenhart had a big catch. Like he and Ryan Heckathorn, they maybe don't catch the volume that Scott Frazier catches, but when either Big 80 or 88 catch a pass, it's usually at a critical time. 3rd and 8, they get 15 or whatever. That whole receiving core are really in sync as well with the quarterback.
Yeah, and to have multiple, I think all 4 of them, like you said, double-digit catches. Seth McGorty came in, same thing as well. But you hit it. I mean, those outside guys make a lot of the big plays. Certainly Scott Frazier with everything he's done and leading this league and over his time here at in catches and yards at times. Daniel Sullivan, we know, making big plays, but those two in the slot, I mean, you just think it's such a good picture was when we had a penalty that got us way behind the chains in our own end. And we're faced in a tough spot, being way behind the sticks. And there's Ryan Lenhart, a climb pattern where he goes over the middle, makes the right read under the backer. Logan finds him at first down, and that's just kind of how it goes. And that's the thing, Ryan Heckathorn, a lot of times he's on the same side of Scott. You see that ball going to Scott. Well, they sort of flying their linebacker out, and he's there to replace it, right in position to make some big catches. So I just think our receiving core, to play slot for us, you have to be truly unselfish. And we have 2 amazing young men at that position. Not only are they talented, but they don't complain. They're patient, and then when they get opportunities, they deliver. And it was just great to see them both get multiple opportunities Saturday.
In terms of being unselfish, offensive line, you mentioned Dalton Forback, and everybody backed into the regular positions. How did Dalton do first game back in a few weeks, and then overall the offensive line? Obviously, 550 yards, somebody's doing something right up front.
Yeah, he was great, and that whole group, and it's. We got guys who are versatile, but I tell you, it even helped Dylan Lane. It helped Jolly just to be back in the position I feel they're most comfortable at. So not only did Dalton play well, but it allowed other guys to be back where they feel the most comfortability. So just love what that group's doing with Robert Tamburino and Anthony Burnett behind them. Getting Dalton back again. And plus what we talked already with the 2 backs being healthy. again, I feel it's us kind of getting back to where we want to be offensively.
And defensively, a couple guys back in the lineup also. Jordan Karcheski back, Noah Wheeler back at cornerback as well.
Yeah. And, obviously Jordan, just that group up front, just, with Kobe and Bryce, 2 years now playing together and a lot of football, making a playoff run last year. So getting him back. Joe Smelka, by the way, stepped in, did a great job, when he got some reps. And then, Noah Wheeler, obviously a freshman that's been dealing with injuries, but when he's out there, you certainly see what he's capable of. And again, for us wanting to finish strong, to put us in the best position, we want to be playing postseason football. And, I think getting these guys back puts us in the best position to do so.
That's a look back at last week, a 51-0 victory at Waynesburg University. When we come back, Coach and I will talk about Grove City's large and experienced and talented senior class. It is senior day for the Wolverines, the final home game of the regular season schedule. When we come back, we will talk about the seniors, and then later on we will preview today's opponent, a very, very stout Case Western Reserve University team. All that and much, much more. You're listening to the Andrew DiDonato Show, brought to you by Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City.
Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. Check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Wiper blades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned, nationally known.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Welcome back to the Andrew DiDonato Show on the Wolverine Sports Network. Ryan Briggs here with Grove City College head football coach Andrew DiDonato. This week's show, as always, brought to you by Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City, located on North Broad Street in Grove City Borough. Coach, it is senior day. Final home game of the regular season schedule. A very decorated group of seniors. We have some 4-year guys, a few 5th-year guys. We have a grad transfer. But all in all, a very special group of young men who have done a lot wearing the red and white.
And you just mentioned it. They have done a lot. And it is. It's not just on the field. It's off. I mean, this group, just everything we talk about as a program with vision, process, love, and having a vision for not just football, but your academics, your faith, personally, just guys who have lived this out in so many ways. I mean, the easiest proof of that for anyone listening is obviously what's happened on the field. I mean, you're talking about a group together that has won over 80% of their football games, 34-8 here. Those groups collectively, the 5th-year guys who, by the way, came in COVID. You want to talk about this group? For their freshman year, we didn't even play. They were just coming here to practice and spring season. But with this whole group together, 34-8, multiple bowl championships, PAC title, NCAA playoff and appearance, an undefeated regular season. I mean, these are just all the things that they have together under their name. And just so proud, obviously, sitting here right now, 7-1, just, again, getting to be playing meaningful football again in November is what we talk about, how special that is, not to take it for granted. Well, this group's a big reason and that have built why this is happening. Yet another season that we get to be here on, in November and talk about, big games and postseason implications, conference championship implications. It's fun, no matter what, it's fun. And, but this group has brought that mentality, brought that expectation, brought that standard. And we say discipline equals freedom. That if you're disciplined to do what you need to do all the time, you're free to be in these fun moments. And I just think that phrase encompasses what this group's all about.
And the seniors will be recognized before the game. And then you guys also have a dinner after the game, where you recognize the guys and so forth and families, et cetera.
Yeah, it's a special night because it's, what we found, and I really took this from Coach Smith, talk about each of us needs all of us. Again, I love getting to mention Coach and the impact he's had. I just always liked that even when I played here, after the last home game, so many of these families are here. You get guys from all over. It's hard to get people back up over the holidays or into January or February. But usually the last home game on Senior Rec is, and most important, we call it our Senior Parent Day banquet, of just essentially getting together after the game with our families, and just for me to be able to share a few words about each senior. Every senior gets a phrase with their name with this program. So, for example, when I say focus on your vision, not your circumstance at a practice and camp, I'll bring out a brick, I'll bring of someone who has lived out that phrase. And so essentially it's a time for us to get together with our families, celebrate our seniors, and let the senior parents know, hey, here's how, your son will forever be remembered in this program. This is when I teach this phrase in the future, there's going to be a day I take your son's brick out to practice and say, hey, this is, guys, what it looks like to live out effort every rep, no loafs, or discipline equals freedom. So that's really what Saturday night is, just a special time to let our senior parents know, hey, here's how your son's going to forever be remembered in this program.
The banquet is always a little bit more enjoyable after a win, however. And getting a win Saturday against Case Western Reserve will not be easy. The Spartans come in at 6-2. They're still mathematically alive for the conference title. They need a little help, but first things first, they are looking to get back on track after back-to-back tough setbacks. When Coach and I come back, we will talk about the Spartans. Head coach Greg Debelak has another very, very strong and veteran-laden squad. We will talk about today's opponent when we come back. But first, here's Joe Onderko with this week's PAC Football Report. You're listening to the Andrew DiDonato Show on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report for November 9th, 2024. I'm Joe Underko. This week, we will take a quick look back at last Saturday's gridiron action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 10 contests this weekend. 3 teams remain tied atop the PAC standings with 1 loss each. Washington and Jefferson improved to 8-1 with a 34-21 win at Case Western Reserve. Carnegie Mellon kept pace with W&J following a 45-20 home win over Westminster, as did defending champ Grove City with a 59-0 shutout at Waynesburg. In other games, Geneva improved to 4-4 by holding off upset-minded Bethany 34-27, while Teal scored twice in the final 2 minutes to top St. Vincent 20-10. Allegheny had the Week 9 bye. PAC Player of the Week recognition for Week 9 went to W&J senior tight end Zach Cernudo on offense, with 14 catches for 123 yards and a TD at Case. Teal senior D lineman Luke Faber on defense, with 11 tackles, including 4 for losses and 2 sacks versus St. Vincent. And junior kicker Justin Caputo of Carnegie Mellon on special teams, after going a perfect 7 for 7 on kicks versus Westminster. Newcomer of the week went to Bethany freshman quarterback Brett Phillips, with 433 yards of total offense versus Geneva. Week 10 is highlighted by 7-1 Grove City hosting 6-2 Case Western Reserve at Thorne Field in Grove City at 1 p.m. The Wolverines and Spartans met in an instant classic a year ago, with Grove City winning 27-24 in overtime in Cleveland, en route to the 2023 PAC football title. Wolverine head coach Andrew DiDonato talks about his team's matchup with Case and Wolverine hopes for possible postseason action.
Whoever wins the PAC and represents in the NCAA playoffs has a chance to compete for a national title. I think the PAC has enough respect now that multiple teams and with the new format could get into the playoffs. And our mindset right now is to control everything we can to put ourselves in the best shot to be one of those PAC teams.
Looking to keep pace with the other co-leaders is 7-1 Carnegie Mellon, which hosts 1-7 Allegheny at Gesling Stadium in Pittsburgh with a 12 noon kickoff. It's the 55th all-time meeting between the programs, with CMU holding a 32-20-2 advantage against the Gators, including a 19-3 road win in Meadville last year. Tartan head coach Ryan Larson talks about his team's approach to focusing on what they can control in the season's final 2 weeks.
Yeah, we were honest with our guys after the Grove City loss. We said we're in playoff football already. We have to win every single week and keep surviving and advancing. And that's how we've looked at it. So since that game happened, we've been in that cliche 1-0 mentality of it's survive and advance.
Due to a Week 11 bye, St. Vincent closes the regular season at home Saturday with a 1 p.m. kickoff against winless Bethany at Chuck Knoll Field in Latrobe. The annual Green Game series is led by the Bison 10-7 over the past 17 seasons, although the Bearcats have won the last 5 matchups with Bethany, including a 29-21 win last season. SVC head coach Aaron Smetanka talks about seeing his Bearcat seniors suit up for the final time this weekend.
Yeah, it's special always getting that senior day. You have it at home. You have everybody there, their family, their friends that come out to support them. When you do the walk on the field, when you're recognizing each of the players as they're going through. We've had some great support staff, though, too, that maybe have had injuries and they've joined the support staff or helped us out in operations. So we'll have a pretty good group there.
In other Week 10 action, the matchup between 6-2 Westminster and 4-4 Geneva is simply known as The Game. This year's game kicks off at Reeves Field in Beaver Falls at 1 p.m. It is the 27th longest rivalry in all of college football, dating back to 1891, with the teams meeting for the 124th time. Last year, the Titans prevailed 35-14 over the GTs in New Wilmington. Finally, 2-6 Teal travels to face 3-5 Waynesburg at Wiley Stadium at 1 p.m. The Yellow Jackets lead the all-time series 34-10-1, but Teal snapped a 5-game losing streak against Waynesburg by edging the Jackets 15-14 a year ago. W&J has the Week 10 bye. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Underko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
Welcome back to the Andrew D. Donato Show, brought to you by Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. The Grove City College football team hosting Case Western Reserve in the home finale, game number 9. And Coach, Case Western Reserve, it's a typical Case Western Reserve squad. Explosive on offense, tough on defense, well coached, experienced. This is a complete football team that's coming to town.
Yeah, experienced and disciplined. I think that's the two things to say. And really, I'll start with the discipline element. It's why they're year in and year out a top team in this league. They don't make many mistakes. There's not going to be guys out of positions. You don't see busted coverages and someone running wide open. You don't see them do a run play and someone in the box isn't blocked because somebody went the wrong way. They're just so disciplined, always in the right spot. And then you put the experience with it. And I think what that experience does within the discipline is allows them, to be creative. Disciplined, knowing what they're due, but just guys that trust what they see, creative to make plays, make adjustments on the fly. I think just those are two things that jump out and is expected from a great football team like Case.
You mentioned the discipline, least penalized team in the league as well.
Exactly.
And like you said, not beating themselves and led by on offense quarterback Alex Fromberg, 23 touchdowns, over 2,100 yards this year. Threw for 421 yards last week against W&J, a 34-21 setback for the Spartans. But Fromberg, he took over. We saw him in relief last year in Week 3, the Wolverines' overtime win at Case Western Reserve. He became the starter due to injury, and they've had a lot of great quarterbacks there in recent years. Of course, Drew Saxton and guys prior to that, Rob Kuda and so forth. And Fromberg has acquitted himself very well, putting his name next to those guys.
He has. And one of the things playing against Case now since, I was 2016 and being back here and going against Greg Bebelak and their staff, who does a great job. They use a dual threat quarterback really, really well. Knowing when to run them, when to have them read it, when to design runs for them, developing a pass game off their skill set. I just think they utilize a dual threat quarterback when they have one extremely well as anybody. Some people, they'll just run a guy to run them, and maybe the pass game is not really set up for what he's doing in the run. I just think their run game with their pass, how they utilize them in the run and then set that up with the pass, just really. And when you have a kid like Alex who can make all the throws, an effective runner, obviously they can have a lot of fun with that. But no, just a great quarterback for their system. I think they utilize him extremely well, and we got to be able to defend a dual threat quarterback.
And you also have to defend three receivers that I'm sure you are quite aware of. Noah Coyne, Ethan Dahlem, and Dylan Cave, all three ranked among the top 6 in the PAC in receiving yards. Of course, Case has the number 1 pass offense in terms of yards per game in the President's Athletic Conference. Cave averaging over 23 yards a catch. Noah Coyne, 6'4", 225. The senior, then Ethan Dahlem, kind of the slot guy, if you will. These are three very talented receivers. I mean, of course, in the league, we saw with W&J with Peduzzi, McCosco, and Rosati a few weeks back. The guys that the Wolverines are running out there is a great group too. But this trio, I'm sure that giving defensive coordinator Dan Vogt some headaches this week.
Yeah, they're giving us all headaches. But we talked in our first segment about Nico and Demary, our running back duo, that they complement each other so well, Ian and Nico. Well, that's how I would describe their receiving core. They just complement each other. I mean, you have the 6'4", big mismatch that's just going to have a size advantage and be able to make plays there. And then you got a kid like Ethan Dahlem, who's small and shifty and just getting into those little windows. They have, and obviously all three of them, but they have three really good receivers, but they all bring something different to the table. I think that's why they're so hard to defend. That's why all three are in the top 6 of receiving, because in certain matchups, certain games, as we've seen on film, it kind of maybe favors one guy more than another based off what a defense has given you. And I just think that's what makes this group so dangerous.
And Fromberg, obviously not forcing it to those guys. He's finding the mismatch as opposed to saying, I have to get it to A or B or C.
And that's the danger there. I mean, sometimes you'll play a team and maybe they have the top receiver or one of the top receivers in the league, but he's the only one in the top 10. Well, there's ways you can take that guy out of the game. Right? It's kind of easy. It's okay. We're going to do everything to stop this guy and force someone else to beat us. You can't do that with them because any of these three can beat you if given the opportunity.
Case Western defense, an experienced group to say the least. 5 grad students, 3 seniors, 3 juniors in the starting lineup. Obviously, a lot of names we recognize from the past. Caden Tong, first team All-PAC at defensive end last year. He's back. A.J. Jadowski on the other side. Linebacking core with Gabe Trock, Sean Torres on the inside, Nate Sicalo at strong safety, Dominic Seiss at corner. These are names we've talked about for 2, 3, 4 years. This is a great 11-man unit.
Yeah, I mean, I've been very blessed to call a lot of games on the offensive side, and I can tell you, I don't believe we've ever gone against a defense with more games under the belt than the one we're about to on Saturday. I mean, when do you ever see this many grads then surrounded by all seniors and a few juniors? I mean, and it's not, and they've consistently been a top team in the league. So you're talking about guys who played for a long time at a high level. That's what makes this group dangerous. A lot of times, when you're trying to build a defense, you want to get them to communicate, right? So they play off each other. They're getting they're getting the formation checks, getting aligned. I mean, this group, they don't even have to do, I mean, they're just so on the same page. You see it so in sync, understanding. I think Warren Miller, their defensive coordinator, I've always had a ton of respect for him. I think he does an amazing job. And how they coach defensive football, how they play, and these guys have played underneath the same guy for years, and it shows. Experienced group that doesn't make mistakes.
Is it, I know they list the 3-4. They've played the 3-4 a lot. Are they still kind of, hey, we're going to be in the 3-4, come try and move the ball on us type of thing?
Exactly. And, I always say not wrong, just different. People have different views. Some want to really try to trick you and give you a lot of looks, and some, no, here's what we're going to do, and we're just going to be really good at it. They go with more of that mentality, and that's a mentality I respect a lot. To be honest, it's more of my mentality, and I just have a lot of respect because, they're going to be in that odd front. You know how they like to bring a fourth. You got to know where it's coming from. Very similar to us, to be honest, like we do, bring in a fourth from somewhere. It's a team that it knows who they are and has a clear identity.
And obviously the kicking game, they have a veteran punter, Joseph Rhodes, the 5th, Gabriel Petrazzi, sophomore kicker. He kicked the field goal in overtime last year for Case Western Reserve. They always have standout kicking specialists. The return men are always dangerous. I take it that the Case Western Reserve special teams are exemplary as always.
Yeah, it's something that can never go overlooked. As we've gotten now and have been here for the last several years towards the top of the league, it's interesting how we've talked about us being ranked top in the conference in certain special teams units. What's interesting, when we're playing another 6-2, like in this case, a 6-2 football team, or playing another top team in the PAC, our special teams meetings end up being a little longer just from the standpoint of, man, they're so good. Who are we going to have in this spot to take this on? Because what this guy does coming down, or even this, hey, every kick's at the 5-yard line. So what do we, these are the type, or punt. Oh, how are we going to stop this block? Like we did against CMU a couple of weeks ago. Having spent same thing with Case. How are we going to stop this? Because they can get to the punter, and they're so good at what they do. And then we recognized that years ago. Hey, a good sign is a clear sign that we're a really good football team consistently is what you see on special teams. That's something I felt. And once we got to that point, the record showed, well, that's why Case is so good. I mean, in all phases, they're just a sound special teams unit.
What are a couple of keys for the Wolverines to knock off Case Western Reserve, have a happy senior day, and stay alive for at least a share of the President's Athletic Conference title?
Yeah, it's as true as ever. Run the football, make explosive plays in the pass when the opportunities present themselves. That's as simple as it is with our offense. They're a great team in the box, but it's who we are. We have to be able to run the ball and establish line of scrimmage, and receivers are going to get chances to make plays downfield. We got to be able to execute when that comes. On the reverse side, completely take their run game out of it, make them one-dimensional, and then not let any big plays happen in the past. They'll get some catches, but make sure we limit what those are and contain those when they do happen and tackle when it happens. So take the run game out of it. Don't give up the big play. Rally to everything, any completions they do get, and then win the field position battle. That's it. Get the run game going, explosive plays pass, take their run game out of it, limit the explosive play, keep things underneath and tackle well, and win the field position battle. If we do that, we'll be where we want to be on senior day.
Coach, always a pleasure. Best of luck, and we will talk to you next week for the regular season finale over in New Wilmington.
Awesome. Thanks, Briggsy.
You've been listening to the Andrew DiDonato Show on the Wolverine Sports Network, brought to you by Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. We'll take our final break. When we come back, Mark Beans and Chris Birch have the call. It's Grove City and Case Western Reserve, a heavyweight matchup in the President's Athletic Conference, and it comes up next on the home of the Wolverines.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. It's that time of year again. Buy one, get one free windshield wiper sale. You heard correct. BOGO, windshield wiper sale with any of our Valvoline full-service oil change through the end of the year. So get ready for Old Man Winter today before he arrives. BOGO windshield wiper sale through December 31st. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn, but not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Did you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking. Now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
From Robert A. Thornfield on the campus of Grove City College, the Wolverine Sports Network presents Grove City College football. This afternoon, we honor the senior class that has done so much, Chris, for this football program.
Yeah, just an unbelievable collection of individual and collective talent getting honored today in the final regular season home game. A group that's essentially done it all, right? A conference title, NCAA playoff wins, bowl wins, an undefeated regular season, you name it, this group's done it, and they are terrific.
They have done so much over the years with this group of 29 seniors. We previously honored the seniors for the marching band, and it is now time to honor the senior class of 29 that will play their final regular season home game here today. And we will now throw it down to the field for the senior day announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Grove City College and Robert E. Thornfield. Today, the President's Athletic Conference presents this football game between the Case Western Reserve University Spartans and your Grove City College Wolverines. We direct your attention towards the scoreboard end near the field house. We will recognize the 29 seniors on the Grove City football program. They will also be recognized later tonight at the team dinner on campus. First, our two student assistant coaches, a senior from Columbiana, Ohio, and Crestview High School, Anthony Brierly. And also a student assistant coach. He's also a PAC champion in the triple jump from Altoona, Pennsylvania, Nick Patucci. And now for our senior players in numerical order. Our first honoree is a four-year member of the program, a wide receiver from Rochester and Freedom High School, number 1, Cole Beck. Our next senior is number 2 all-time at Grove City in touchdown catches, receiving yards, and receptions. Currently leads the PAC in receiving from Knock High School, number 3, Scott Frazier. Our next senior is a 4-year letter winner at wide receiver. He's also excelled in the hurdles for the Grove City track and field team, both indoors and outdoors, from West Branch High School, number 4, Andrew Coffey. Our next senior is 3rd on the team this year with 2 interceptions at the cornerback position. Also a member of the special teams units from Red Bank Valley High School, number 4, Trenton Rupp. Our next senior is a 3-year starter at quarterback for the Wolverines. He's number 2 all-time at the college in touchdown passes and 3rd in yardage from Peters Township High School. A team captain, number 8, Logan Pfeiffer. Our next senior is a 4-year starter at running back. He was the PAC rushing champion and all-region last year. He's number 3 all-time in college history and rushing yards from West Allegheny High School. Number 9, Nico Flatty. Our next senior is a 4-year member of the program at wide receiver. Ladies and gentlemen, from Red Bank Valley High School, number 12, Dalton Bish. Our next honoree today is a 4-year member of the program. He's played linebacker, now is a kicking specialist for the Wolverines. Ladies and gentlemen, from Elk County Catholic High School, number 20, Nicholas Crisp. Our next senior is in his first year at Grove City. He's a graduate transfer pursuing an MBA here at the college. He's been a member of the secondary and the special teams units from Miramar, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, number 20, Caleb Gillen. Our next senior is a 4-year letter winner at running back and now in the defensive backfield, a first-year starter at safety for Grove City. Ladies and gentlemen, from South Fayette High School, number 22, Shay Aitken. Our next senior is a multi-year starter at safety and linebacker for the Wolverines. He's also an all-PAC performer in lacrosse. From Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, number 23, Jason Minch. Our next senior is a 4-year letter winner for the Wolverines, a starter throughout his career at cornerback. Ladies and gentlemen, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 24, Jack Steinmetz. Our next senior is a 4-year letter winner for the Wolverines at inside linebacker. Ladies and gentlemen, from Halethorpe, Maryland, number 29, Jarrell Simpkins. Our next honoree is a 4-year letter winner linebacker, and he's been a special teams ace for the Wolverines throughout his career. From Elliotsburg, Pennsylvania, and West Perry High School. Ladies and gentlemen, number 44, Seth Rosenberry. Our next senior is a 4-year letter winner at fullback. He's a member of the PAC's Academic Honor Roll. From McGuffey High School, number 46, Evan Wright. Our next honoree is a 5th-year senior, a 5-year starter at fullback for Grove City, all PAC last year. Ladies and gentlemen, from Rock Creek, Ohio, number 49, Robert Tamburino. Our next senior is a 4-year starter at center for Grove City, one of the team captains and all-region selection as well last year. From Springfield Local High School, number 53, Brady Brungard. Our next honoree is a 4-year starter on the offensive line, moving from tackle to guard this season, an all-PAC performer from Pendergrass, Georgia, number 61, Dylan Lane. Our next senior is a 4-year letter winner for the Wolverines, playing both guard and tackle, also on the extra point and field goal units. Ladies and gentlemen, from Eugene, Oregon, number 62, Mason Moorhead. Our next senior is a 3-year starter at offensive tackle for Grove City. He's also been a thrower for the track and field team from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Number 71, Dalton Four. Our next senior is a 4-year letter winner at both guard and center for Grove City. He's played a lot in the extra lineman packages from Haymarket, Virginia, and Battlefield High School. Ladies and gentlemen, number 73, Brock Carroll. Our next senior is a 5th-year senior who's a 5-year starter at left guard for Grove City. He's been named All-PAC throughout his career. From Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, and Exeter Township High School, number 79, Nate Brady. Our next senior is a 4-year letter winner at wide receiver. He made the catch to beat Susquehanna last year in the NCAA playoffs. He's also a PAC champion in the throws for the track and field team from Newcastle and Shenango High School, number 80, Ryan Lenhart. Our next senior is a 2-year starter at punter and holder for Grove City, named PAC Special Teams Player of the Week in the homecoming win over Carnegie Mellon from Chesapeake, Virginia, and Greenbrier Christian School. Ladies and gentlemen, number 82, Daniel Barabay. Our next senior is a 4-year letter winner and 3-year starter at wide receiver. He's 7th all-time in program history in receiving yards from Blackhawk High School. Number 88, Ryan Heckathorn. Our next senior is a 4-year starter at defensive end. He earned All-Region last year and is 5th all-time at Grove City with 18.5 sacks. From South Fayette High School, number 91, Bryce Spolnick. And our final senior is a 4-year letterman and 2-year starter at nose tackle. He is currently 2nd in the country in fumbles recovered this year. From Red Bank Valley High School, number 94, Kobe Bonanno.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 seniors.
And of course, Chris, we thank Sports Information Director Ryan Briggs for the announcement of those seniors. And we were talking about it before we heard all of those names, how critical they are to this program.
Yeah, I mean, just with every single name that was announced, and as they were being announced, we watched them run through the tunnel and give all their teammates and their coaches and the president a hand. You can almost think of some really specific memories about what each player brought to this program. Some of them great, some of them role players, but all of them made a big impact.
Of Grove City College, the Honorable Paul McNulty.
So you just heard Ryan Briggs say of President McNulty, his final regular season home game will be the one to lead the Wolverines out onto the field.
Nice, yeah, great touch. Certainly a great leader to bring out this group of senior leaders, right?
And he has always spent a lot of time pre-game, post-game, talking to us.
Grove City has won the toss and deferred their option for the second half. Case Western will receive at this end. Gentlemen, shake hands. Good luck. Have fun.
And as I always like to say, the script has started the right way.
That's right. It's pretty remarkable how they so often seem to be able to do that, especially at home. So yeah, Case Western will get out their offense out onto the field first. With the Grove City defense will try to force them into a punt or a turnover and get the ball back themselves. And of course, they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Wolverines in all red this afternoon. Red pants, red jerseys, white numbers with the white helmets with the bricks down the center. And the Spartans in a almost all-white uniform with blue numbers and blue trim.
Yeah, it looks good, right? The all-red by Grove City really kind of sparkling in the sunshine today. And then, Case with those, the kind of baby blue with the contrasted with the stark white. Almost looks like a 1985 football team out of a movie or something. So, yeah.
Wolverines will put their defense onto the field first this afternoon. A defense that leads all of Division III football and touchdowns scored with 6.
That's unbelievable. Six touchdowns scored as a defense. And then, of course, you take away the turnover margin. Just an absolutely incredible compilation of statistics, by a defensive unit for this Grove City team. But you know what, Mark, as I know you know, they're going to have their hands full today with some of the weapons of Case Western Reserve's offense, starting with the very talented dual-threat quarterback, Alex Fromberg.
Absolutely. Fromberg, 2,182 yards through the air, only 130 yards rushing, but he runs selectively when he needs to.
Only when he needs to, right? He's not running for his life, that kind of thing. He's when he does it, though, he's very good and very efficient at it.
2 men back deep to return this kick for the Spartans. And it'll be fielded inside the 5, across the 10, 15 outside 20, and diving down near the 25-yard line. And that is where Case Western Reserve will begin off of this return by Jake Kavik.
The ball will be placed at the 27-yard line.
Good special teams play down there. Looks like Wallace Iser was down there. But, Case is going to take over. 1st and 10 at around the 27-yard line.
Alex Fromberg, the senior out of Bridgewater, New Jersey, gets the start. He'll have 1 receiver to the right and 2 to the left with a wing to the left side. He'll clap twice, take the snap, turn, give it to his tailback, trying to bounce to the outside, broke through the first wave of defenders. And that's Andy Kavsik, the freshman, on the carry. He is their leading rusher on the season.
Yeah, Kavsik, again, always impressive when you see a freshman break into the starting lineup on a team like this. So much experience, so many graduate students, particularly on the defensive side. But this is that COVID year. You heard Ryan Briggs saying about some of the Grove City seniors, a 5-year starter. You haven't heard that before, but thanks to COVID, we're starting to hear that now.
Bromberg takes the snap, looks to throw, and that pass is going to be caught for a first down. Now they're going to call that incomplete. Could not quite hold on to the football. Prior play, Chris, we saw Peter Kelly, the left guard, the grad student, limp off to the sidelines.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, that's, again, all of those, you don't really notice that, right, as kind of a casual fan. But, yeah, anytime that happens, it creates bubbles because now people are moving to different positions. And, yeah.
3rd and 4 for the Spartans. 2 receivers. Go to the wide side to the right, 1 to the left side. Bromberg claps, and he'll look to throw. Going to fire out into the flat pass, knocked away and incomplete, and it brings up a 4th down and 4 for the Spartans.
Yeah, intended for Noah Coyne. Coyne and Cave, too, just terrific. Big, tall receivers. Both were targeted there by the quarterback Fromberg, but both passes were incomplete, well defended by Grove City, and Grove City forces a punt and should get the football back in pretty good field position here.
Sophomore Dominic Danino back inside his 30, ready to field this punt. High snap, gets it down, gets the kick away. High, short kick. It is going to hit out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, and that's going to give Grove City a short field to work with to start things off here today.
Yeah, really good pressure there by Ben Bladel. Able to get in there and, force kind of a quick, not in rhythm, not in sync punt. And, so as a result, Grove City going to start an awfully good field position here, setting up shop on their own 38.
Frazier and Heckathorn will go to the left. It's Sullivan to the right side. Nico Flotti, the senior tailback in the backfield. Fullback Robert Tamburino goes in motion. Flotti gets the handoff, lowers the shoulder, spins his way across the 45 and out near the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, Flatty starts his senior day off, his senior year, with a very typical Nico Flatty run, right into the heart of the defense and spinning around, keeping the feet churning, and getting a
Flatty 154 yards away from another 1,000-yard rushing season for the senior.
Wow.
He'll get it again on second down, broke through a wave of tackles and falls down right near the line of scrimmage, but that is going to be just enough to move the chains for the initial first down.
Yeah, didn't need much. Obviously, his first run got 9+ yards. And, that time only picking up maybe a little less than 1, but still able to get a first down there.
846 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns on the season. Okay. Set up with 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right, but Heckathorn goes in motion, settles as a wing to the left side. Pfeiffer takes the snap. He'll hand the ball to Nico Flotti. And Flotti going to get to midfield before being pushed back. He's going to pick up a couple of yards and set up second down and 8.
Yeah, big A.J. Dudowski, number 0. Just one of those graduate students that we heard Coach DiDonato talking about.
To the midfield. Sakalo and Dudowski on the
Dudowski leads this team in tackles with 48.
Yeah, he looks like a tackling machine from that defensive end position. Again, Coach DiDonato always quick to give praise to the opponent in the pregame show, but I don't think I've ever heard him talk with as much praise as he did for this Case Western Reserve defensive unit.
Pfeiffer takes the snap, gives it again to Nico Flotti on second down, and Flotti able to wait for some blockers and work the ball down to the 46-yard line of the Spartans, setting up a third down.
Yeah, big pancake block there by Nate Brady. As Flatty, like you said, kind of patiently picked his way and got in behind Brady and picked up another chunk of yards to set up a 3rd and short.
So Frazier and Lenhart will go to the left. It's Heckathorn and Sullivan to the right side. Pfeiffer takes the ball, turns it over, fires downfield, pass caught for a first down inside the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. 8th catch of the year for the senior Ryan Lenhart.
Yeah, Ryan Lenhart just finding it right there in the slot, and we heard Coach and Ryan talking about him, and he's just unselfish, tough, and every time he makes a catch, it seems like it's a big one. There it was right there for another first down.
Frazier, short side of the formation to the left. Sullivan to the right side. Ian DeMary into the backfield. Pass fired downfield for Sullivan, who makes the catch. And a flag comes in right at the end of the play. Should it stand? It is catch number 21 for Daniel Sullivan.
Flag on the play.
What do we got? You see Sullivan kind of drooping his head, so something on
Ineligible receiver downfield, offense number 60. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Wow.
So they get the ineligible downfield on the junior Luke Jolly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that rule well enough to put up a major fight, but that seems like an awfully quick play to have an ineligible receiver downfield, right? So
5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15.
Usually you see those on like the 5-step drops and, quarterback running around.
Longer developers.
That was a quick,
Single receivers to each side. Piper gives the ball to Ian DeMary. Nice big hole up the middle, and he hammers across the 35-yard line. And down near the 32, Ian DeMary having a nice junior season at 298 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns.
Officials timeout for an injured defensive player.
So we have a man down on the field at about the 39-yard line for the Spartans. And it was interesting to hear Coach talk about that specifically with Heckathorn and Lenhart. And you can think of, like you said with the seniors, with those guys, you can think of like specific plays, specific games where they came through with huge catches, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, certainly, particularly with Ryan Lenhart, one specific comes to mind, right? Of course, the winning touchdown pass in the NCAA tournament game. But, no doubt. They are, they're guys, they pick up big first downs. They get big touchdowns. But yet, when you said that's his 8th catch of the year, you think, what? Wait, really? Because, it seems like all 8 of them just terrific.
And the one thing that really did stand out to me when you heard Coach DiDonato have that conversation with Ryan Briggs, he said, if you play slot for us, you have to be unselfish.
Yeah, you have to be unselfish. And obviously the position demands toughness too. So unselfish and tough, I think that's kind of the 2 perfect words to describe those 2.
So it is Scott Frazier who will go to the left. It'll be Daniel Sullivan to the right side. Ian DeMary remains in the backfield on 2nd down and 8. DeMary again got to get the handoff. Another big hole right up the middle inside the 10-5 touchdown Wolverines. Ian DeMary had a clean path into the end zone for his 7th rushing touchdown on the year.
Yeah, he just kind of followed the left side of that offensive line, Brady and 4. And DeMary just kind of able to get a head of steam and nobody able to angle him. And he gets into the end zone, and Ian DeMary, the junior, making a big play on senior day.
Daniel Sullivan on to attempt the extra point. 39 of 42 on the year for the sophomore kicker. Daniel Barabay will hold, gets the snap down, and that extra point is blocked. And that ball got picked up by one of the Wolverines trying to advance it, but he was then tackled out of bounds. So the extra point is no good. And Grove City going to take the early 6-0 lead.
Yeah. So again, we heard Coach DiDonato talking about the prowess of this special teams unit of Case Western, and certainly saw it there. There was a few issues maybe perhaps with the snap, but still Case in there right away to block the extra point.
So we'll see if that is a factor as our beautiful afternoon goes along. Chris, 52 degrees, perfect fall day on the campus of Grove City College.
I mean, it's, I have all of these memories with you here in this press box, with our, winter parkas on and gloves and everything else. And, none of those memories were later in the season, really, than this one, other than the bowl games. But it's amazing. All 5 of the home games this year, mid-50s or higher, most of them sunny. It's been a remarkable fall for weather.
Sullivan gets his foot into this kick. It's going to be a low bouncer, picked up on a hop across the 10, 15-20, and down near the 25-yard line. And that is where the Spartans will take over. 1st down and 10. Fantastic article D3football.com this week about Sullivan and handling the receiving and the kicking duties he's done this year.
It's unbelievable, right? I mean, he's certainly one of the best kickers in the conference, and to be that, plus be a guy that runs in and out of the offense and makes big plays and takes big hits and makes big blocks, and then changes caps quickly to be a great kicker it's a remarkable story.
Fromberg works with a wing to the right side. Then it will go in motion. He'll take the snap, give it to his back, trying to run off the short side. And he has stood up for a short gain on first down. Spartans don't do a lot of running, but they want to try and be as balanced as they can be.
Yeah, that's it's certainly kind of a good way to describe the offense. And
Kapsick on the run, brought down by Karcheski and Bonanno.
Andy Kapsick, the freshman out of Kirtland, Ohio, and Gilmore Academy.
It's good play, good defensive play, certainly that time by Kobe Bonanno.
2nd and 8. Fromberg back to throw. Fires it out to the outside. Receiver made the catch, try to turn it upfield. And that's Dylan Cave, the wide receiver, with his 26th reception of the season. Going to bring up a third down now coming up for the Spartans.
Third down.
Yeah, Cave, just 6'1", 170 pounds, and just really good at kind of running those out routes. And then, you try to take that away, he goes right by you.
So it is 3rd down and 3 as we run under 9 minutes to play in the opening quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side, wing to the right side. Single back in the backfield. Now he'll go in motion. They try to set it up to him with the screen. And the Wolverines right there, right behind the line of scrimmage to make the stop and bring up another 4th down.
Yeah, how about that? Montgomery and Minch all over him there. Nowhere to go. So again, Wolverine defense.
Montgomery and Minch on the tackle. 4th and 3.
It's Mitchell Wade who made the reception. And it brings up 4th down, and the Spartans again will have to punt the ball away.
Nice. Just 2 great, solid defensive series for the Wolverines to start this game.
Joseph Rhodes, the 5th, averaging about 40 yards a punt. With a long of 59, takes the high snap, gets it down, gets the kick away. And it's going to take a hop. Then it will pick it up at the 25 and get out to about the 27-yard line. And Grove City, after scoring on their opening drive, have their second possession of the afternoon.
Yeah, great first drive, accentuated, or the exclamation point put on it by Demiri's 32-yard touchdown run. Let's see what the offense has here going for the second possession.
So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines from their 27-yard line, left to right here in the second quarter. Single receivers to each side. That's Frazier to the left and Sullivan to the right side. They will run the ball with Ian Demiri on first down, and Demiri able to push the pile forward for about 1. It brings up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that literally was the entire pile. That was the entire Case Western defensive unit.
And Sakalo.
Dodowski kind of leading the charge there for that Case off defensive line, but nowhere really to go for Demiri.
Now, Frazier, Heckathorn, and Sullivan, the receivers from left to right. Nico Flotti back into the backfield on 2nd down and 9. Piper takes the snap, gives the ball to Nico Flotti. Again, it will hit the pile and able to push it forward just across the 30-yard line and bring up a 3rd down for Grove City.
Yeah, again, two well-defended running plays.
Flotti on the run.
By the Case Western defense. So now Grove City and its kind of first and third and long of the day here.
We heard it on the pregame show. This is a defense for the Spartans that has a lot of experience all over the field.
It's amazing,
3rd down and 6. Piper takes the snap, turns the ball over, stands in the pocket, going to take a shot for the out to Heckathorn, who makes the diving grab at the 40. And that'll move the chains for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Heckathorn just kind of out there in some, kind of hand-to-hand combat out there with the linebacker, and able to just kind of break away and make a great catch. You're looking there at about like 0.4 of a second to react to that football being right on you after he was able to separate from the defender. So another great job.
Piper again to throw it. Going to roll out of the pocket, going to take a shot deep downfield, has a man out there, and in the last second, it's knocked away from Frazier and incomplete. That's good coverage downfield. That's on the coverage for the Spartans.
Pass incomplete. Piper intended for Frazier, broken up by number 4, O.C. Chupocha. It is 2nd and 10 at the 40.
Yeah, just, again, trying to loosen up the defense a little bit, and looked like he had him for a second, but Chukwuoka was back there very quickly and able to knock that away. Great play by the defensive back.
Chukwuoka, their top corner as far as interceptions go on the season with 2. Yeah. So 2nd down and 10 for the Wolverines.
That's how he's got great kind of closing speed on the football.
Piper to throw it. That's time. Going to fire the deep out, a little too tall that time for Scott Frazier, and it's going to bring up now 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, that was Chukwuoka on the coverage again. And, yeah, you can see, I mean, it appears certainly by those 2 plays that Case Western Reserve has a guy that can cover Frazier a little bit one-on-one. So we haven't seen a whole lot of that this year, but looks like they have a guy.
And he comes with good size. I mean, only at 5'9", but 180 pounds. Looks to be a physical corner.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 10. Piper to throw. Time in the pocket. Fires downfield, and Sullivan makes the catch just past midfield. And that it's good enough for a 1st down. Needed 10 and picked up 11.
Yeah. Just a kind of great classic Grove City passing game right there, right? And
this passing game last week against Waynesburg just had a rhythm that was incredible. Yeah. And Logan Piper really on target last week throwing the ball.
As he kind of, rolls through his senior season here, he is just so good at, kind of being in rhythm, being in control of things.
So they will run the football on 1st down and pick up about 3 yards, does Nico Flotty. It sets up a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah. Nico Flotty on the run, brought down by Torres, in a 3.
Yeah, Flotty following Dalton 4 out there off tackle. Pretty well defended, but still Flotty with his never die easy running style, still able to pick up 3 yards there on that 1st down play.
Under 5 minutes to play in this 1st quarter. Grove City with a 6-0 lead over the visiting Spartans from Case Western Reserve. Flotty remains the tailback. Frazier to the right. Stack 2 receivers to the left side. Piper to throw. Looking for Frazier. Wow. And he made the catch. Stayed in bounds across the 30. 25. Cuts back 20. And down near the 15-yard line. And they flipped sides of the field for Frazier. He was set up on a different corner. Turned that into a huge play.
How about that? Yeah, he somehow, it looked like the ball went right through Dominic Sace, right? It looked like it went right through his body. And Frazier somehow was able to react to it, catch it, and then stay in bounds somehow, reverse field, and pick up probably another, 8 or 10 yards after the reversal. So amazing individual play that time for Scott Frazier.
Frazier now lines up on the numbers to the left side as Sullivan does to the right side. Demiri is the tailback. Piper steps up, fires downfield. The pass a little too tall and incomplete for Sullivan near the 5-yard line.
Piper's pass incomplete, intended for Sullivan. 2nd and 10 at the 16.
Maybe Cabrera got his hands up on that, knocked it away.
And we talked about it off the air. There had been 213 pass attempts by Grove City quarterbacks this season. Going into today, they've given up 1 sack.
Yeah, that's you win football games when that's the case.
Piper's pass batted down defensively. Someone just stepped up there and knocked the football down. And the incompletion will bring up 3rd down.
Broken up by Sakalo.
Yeah, Sakalo just able to kind of climb the ladder. And, again, Piper 6'2", all of 6'2". And those guys are getting up there and blocking those passes, back-to-back blocks now. So
this brings up 3rd down and 10. 3:44 to play in the opening quarter. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left side. Nico Flotty is the tailback. Play clock at 10 seconds. Piper takes the snap. Looking for Frazier. Now goes underneath, and that pass got tipped and incomplete. Looking for Nico Flotty. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Was that
Fourth and 10 at the
was that
16.
Caden Tong, the defensive end, that tipped that maybe? How about that? 3 tipped passes on one series.
So this will bring on a Daniel Sullivan, 6
Sullivan
of
attempts a
8
field
with
goal.
a career long of 42 yards on the season. Bearabay will put the knee down at about the 23.
Good to see Bearabay back out there. He took a pop on that blocked extra point, and I wondered if maybe he would be able to come back in, but he's out there. That's good.
33-yard attempt, and we're going to get a false start penalty. Sullivan kind of...
Snap infraction. Offense number 89. 5-yard penalty still. Fourth down.
Yeah.
So they'll get the snap infraction on Derek Lambert, first-year junior long snapper. So we'll back this football up. And he will now attempt this from the 27. So make this a 37-yard attempt.
Okay.
Pretty much right down the center of the field.
Makes it tougher, but still manageable.
Snap and hold are good. Sullivan has plenty of distance.
Nice.
And the sophomore banks that through with plenty to spare, making his 7th field goal of the year and putting the Grove City lead up to 9-0.
Yeah, that's big because you think about how, Grove City has absolutely been completely efficient on offense. So to get another score and go up 2 scores is terrific.
We'll take a quick break, come back and have more on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Founded in 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 11 private institutions and 2 associate members, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics. As a charter member of NCAA Division III, PAC student-athletes excel in 23 varsity sports as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media.
Well, Chris, the Wolverines have had 2 possessions. They put points on the board twice.
Yeah, just very kind of similar drives, and
Kickoff going to be fielded across the 10, 15, 20, 25, and out near the 30-yard line before being pushed back. And we see it there again. We heard Coach Donato talk about it in the pregame show. They're very, very solid on the special teams.
Yeah, they really are. Jake Kavsick, the return man, I love how he's listed in the program. He's listed at quarterback/athlete. I love that. That's what I want to be. I don't think I'll ever get listed as that, but that's what I want to be.
3.5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Romberg. I know those days are long past for me. Single receiver right, trips to the left side. Single back in the backfield. That's Andy Kavsick. Romberg's going to keep the football. And still able to surge the pile across the 35 and all the way out to the 39-yard line. Fromberg, 6'2", 200 pounds out of Bridgewater, New Jersey.
Yeah, not small, obviously. And, that time saw something that he liked and either made the read and ran or was designed right from the play call. But either way, able to blast in there and drag the pile for a good 7 yards.
Second down and 3. Under 3 minutes to play, first quarter. 3 receivers in the formation, 1 to the right, 2 to the left. And a wing to the left side. They will turn, stretch hand the football off to Kavsick, trying to cut it back now. And he got knocked down at the 40-yard line. Coming up off the pile, who's had a fantastic senior season, that's Caleb Brubaker.
Yeah, that was great. That was kind of great team defense there. As mentioned, Aiken able to kind of cut off the outside, so he had to cut it back up. It looked like on the stretch play he was going to be able to get to the outside and pick up the first down, but those guys were out there, so he cut it back, and no running room in there at all. Set up a third down play. Great team defense that time by Grove City.
Third down and 1. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Romberg claps, now steps up into the pocket, drops back into a pistol. He'll send Sean Michael James in motion, takes the snap again, gives it on the handoff, and getting close to that first down marker is the tailback, Andy Kavsick.
Brought down by Jolly. Short gain.
Jolly out there to shot right
It'll
through the
be
gap.
fourth down
Yeah,
for
all right.
Western
Jolly
Reserve.
able to hold him. Yeah.
Fourth and short at the 40.
It wasn't just getting there on time for Jack Jolly, but it was how he made the tackle. Able to keep him short. So here we go. Looks like Case going to go for it here, Mark.
Big early fourth down attempt by the Spartans. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fromberg going to go under center. Just going to follow that center, try to push the pile forward. And we got a flag coming in at the end of the play, as one of the Spartans kind of went flying afterwards. Trying to follow the big center up the middle and
Fromberg on the run.
to sort out
Flag
this
on the play.
penalty. Officials kind of getting together at the 40-yard line. Where that was thrown in, we'll have to see if they're going to get Grove City for a face mask here, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, right. It's certainly in the
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 94. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So they get Kobe Bonanno, the senior, on the face mask penalty that will continue this drive and give them the first down. So the ball moves into Grove City territory at the 45-yard line. Spartan's going to go trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Kapsick, the tailback. Fromberg drops to throw. Time in the pocket, going to take a deep shot downfield. That pass over the head of the intended receiver. That will fall incomplete, looking for Dylan Cave, who was double covered down the field.
Yeah, Noah Wheeler just doing a great job blanketing him then, and Shea Aiken able to come over to make sure he got no separation. So that's just textbook secondary play by those two, Wheeler and Aiken.
So second down and 10 from the Grove City 45. 59 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. That's Sean Michael James, the fullback, as a wing. Fromberg takes the snap, looks to throw, going to fire outside. Pass caught, receiver driven out of bounds. As soon as he made the catch by Wheeler.
Pass complete to Dylan Cave, pushed out of bounds by Noah Wheeler.
Cave will make the catch. It'll bring up third down, and that's another thing we heard from Coach when he talked about Keys.
Yeah.
Not, coming up, making the play, not letting them have big catches.
Right, and I think that's actually the way Wheeler played that one, right? Is he was kind of in the prevent almost there, but still enough to pick up a nice big chunk of yardage on second down.
Third down and 3. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Fromberg, big clap, now steps up into the pocket. He'll settle back into the pistol. Fromberg takes the low snap, and a flag down will stop this play on what was to be third down and 3.
Snap infraction, offense number 68. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Yeah, that's the center. So yeah, that's a tough call or tough play for Case Western. So.
Second time we've seen that call already here. 1 for each team here in this first quarter.
Right.
So third down and 8. We are down to 7 seconds remaining. We'll see if the Spartans elect to snap the football. And they will not get this play off in time.
The clock expired, ended before the snap. That is the end of the first quarter.
There you go. Thank you very much. We have come to the end of the first quarter here this afternoon from Robert E. Thorne Field. And after 1, our score is Grove City 9 and Case Western Reserve 0. We'll step aside for a break and come back with more on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. Check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Microblades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned, nationally known.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express carry car wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy.
Right back here to Robert E. Thorne Field on the campus of Grove City College, set to begin the second quarter. Bromberg back to pass, steps up into a throw that short hops his receiver, incomplete at the 28-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, good.
For Cave, it is 4th down for the Spartans.
Yeah, just good defense out there, good coverage, and Grove City going to force another punt.
So that will drop Dominic Danito back to return the punt. The sophomore start of the year on offense, moved to defense, and has played very well.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Snap back. Rush is on and just able to kind of clutch it, get the kick away. That is going to hit and go in the end zone with a touchback. And Ben Bladel, and so close to another punt block.
Well, he hasn't allowed the punter, Case Western punter, to kind of make the kick that he's wanted to make yet. So, pretty another great job by Bladel, not getting the block, but disrupting the punter's rhythm.
Grove City in that first quarter, 3 of 4 converting third downs compared to Case Western 0 of 4 in the first quarter.
Right.
So Pfeiffer and the offense back out onto the field for the Wolverines. Right to left here in the second quarter with a 9-0 lead. Pfeiffer takes the snap. He'll give the ball to his running back who ran into the pile and got pushed back for no gain. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Brought down by Socalo and the truck.
Yeah, he actually made a cutback and ran right into Dalton
No
Ford.
gain, 2nd and 10 at the 20.
So 2nd down and 10. Single receiver to the right and 2 to the left side. Flotty remains the tailback with Logan Pfeiffer. Tamburino in motion. Pfeiffer to throw it on 2nd down and 10. Time going to take the deep shot downfield for Frazier. Overshoots him and incomplete. He had gotten separation from the defensive back, Dominic Sayce, but a little too much on that throw.
Yeah, he was. He was out there, but Pfeiffer wanting to put it, in a place where only Frazier could get it. He just had to kind of give it everything he had, and Frazier not able to run under it.
So it brings up a 3rd down and 10. 14:08 to play here in the first half. Single receiver to the right, trips to the left side. Pfeiffer to throw it on 3rd down and 10. Step it up into a deep throw downfield. Frazier got all kinds of tangled up with the defensive back, Dominic Sayce, the senior, out of Los Nunez, New Mexico. And a penalty flag came
Pass
out.
interference. Yeah. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Give Frazier some points for savvy there. As, basically he broke off the route in a way that, Sayce was going to get tangled up with him. And it was obviously it wasn't like a flop. That's not what I mean. He kind of recognized what the situation was, ran right through him, and caused that defensive pass interference to look so obvious.
The experience of a senior. So Pfeiffer takes the snap, gives the ball to Ian Demiri. And Demiri able to get down to the 35-yard line. Just crossed it. Going to only pick up about a half a yard and bring up 2nd down. And so far,
Demiri on the run.
This Spartan defense has done a good job controlling the running game.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, and we expected them to be as good as they have been. But again, a couple of plays here and there. Obviously, Demiri able to break through and get the long touchdown run. So they've certainly done enough.
Right, the Wolverines have run the football for 62 yards so far here this afternoon. So 2 receivers going to go to the right, 1 to the left side. Tamburino in motion will settle in the backfield. Pfeiffer going to hand the ball off to Nico Flotty. And Flotty got across the 40-yard line. They got hammered back. Up 3rd down for the Wolverines.
Yeah, able to pick up a decent chunk of it. But, yeah, you're right, just got absolutely clocked in there.
Flotty on the run, brought down by Maley.
So 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Wolverines.
A gain of 5, so
12:50 to play here in the first half. Grove City with a 9-0 lead over the visiting Spartans from Case Western Reserve. Trips to the right, single receiver left side. Piper takes the snap, fires downfield, and the pass is going to be caught, spinning forward. And that is a first down for Ryan Heckathorn with his 16th grab of the year.
Yeah, Heckathorn right on cue, right? Just able to get in there into the slot, make a tough catch, and pick up a much-needed first down for this Grove City offense.
Grove City at the 49.
Wolverines now 4 for 5 in converting 3rd downs here in the first half.
That's the stat of the day right there so far.
Sullivan to the right, Frazier to the left. Demiri the tailback. Piper takes the snap, fires outside for Frazier. That's for Sullivan. And that pass is incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
For Daniel Sullivan. 2nd and 10 at the 49.
Now you combine the 4 for 5 for Grove City on 3rd down with the 0 for 4 for Case Western.
Yeah, that's certainly been the difference in this game. That looks the eye test certainly like a really competitive game, but 9-0 lead for Grove City here, early 2nd quarter.
Both fullbacks, Tamburino and Brunette, in the backfield on 2nd down and 10. Single receivers go to each side. Pfeiffer has Demiri behind him. Demiri's going to get the football, and he will just ram ahead across the 50 and down to the 48-yard line. Found it very interesting what Coach had to say about liking to have running backs with contrasting styles at 1 and 2.
Yeah, right. That has been very successful for the Andrew DiDonato teams right over the years.
47, 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 6, 1 receiver to the right, trips to the left. Nico Flotty now back in the backfield on this 3rd down. Play clock now down under 10 seconds. Piper to throw it. Steps up, hit as he throws, and a little too much on that pass as he took some contact in the throwing motion. Brings up a 4th down.
Yeah. Jennifer Sullivan. It is 4th and 6 for the Wolverines at the 47.
You talking about contrasting styles. I mean, Demiri and Flatty are contrasting, but of course the ultimate contrast was the last several years, right, with Flatty and Clayton Parrish. The kind of the shifty tackle draggler and then the battering ram.
So Bear Bay will punt the football away. Standing back inside his 40-yard line. Gets the snap, gets away a high booming kick. It's going to hit inside the 5, and that will roll into the end zone for the touchback with 11:07 to play here in this first half of action.
Punt, 47 yards.
I thought Jason Lynch was going to have a chance there, but picked up some heat after it hit the ground.
Looking around the league, Chris, they're getting set to start the 3rd quarter at Carnegie Mellon. They are on top of Allegheny 42-3.
Yeah.
2nd quarter, St. Vincent leading Bethany 10-7.
Is that the green game?
That's the green game. And Waynesburg leading Teal 7-0. About 7 minutes to play in that game.
All right.
So 1st and 10 for Fromberg and the Spartans from the Grove City 20-yard line. Fromberg claps, takes the snap, fakes it to his running back. He'll roll out. Going to take a shot downfield, double coverage, and that pass is going to be overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Noah Coyne, the 6'4 senior out of Notre Dame Cathedral Latin High School.
Yeah, I mean, we don't talk a whole lot about Noah Wheeler. You know what I mean? Like, he's not one of the guys that we necessarily talk about, the stats and everything, but he is as good as you'll see in just one-on-one coverage. And that's exactly why he's in there as a freshman. And the receiver could not get free from him. And Ryan Montgomery coming over to double team as the ball arrived. So again, great, just textbook secondary play by this Grove City defensive backfield.
Fromberg takes the snap. He'll stand in the pocket, feel some pressure, step it up, and he's going to be pulled down from behind by Bryce Spolnick. Looking for another sack to add to his season total.
Sack on the play brought down by number 91, Bryce Spolnick. Loss of 1, 3rd and
That'll
11
give
at the
Spolnick
19.
6.5 sacks, put him second on the team behind Ben Bladel, who has 9.
3rd down and 11 for Case
So
Western.
3rd down and 11 for the Spartans. Single receiver to the left, trips to the right side. Single back in the backfield with Alex Fromberg, the senior. Play clock approaching 5 seconds. Fromberg takes the snap. Stands in the pocket. Going to take a shot downfield. Had a receiver come open and was able to make the catch before being knocked out of bounds. That's Dylan Cave, the junior, on the catch.
Yeah, Cave made a double. He made a double move on him. He made he ran out, acted like he was going to stop, and came back, and then he took off again. And Fromberg put a perfect pass on him before Wheeler could recover.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. They will quickly get to the line and run the ball on 1st down. As they're able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down. I think that might have been Sean Michael James, the senior, on the carry.
Yep.
Seen him line up a lot at fullback.
4 to the 42, 2nd and 6.
James only had 29 yards rushing, but 8 touchdowns.
Wow, okay. So he's that guy.
Fromberg takes the snap, hesitates. He's going to run the football, and he'll dive across the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3 to go for the Spartans.
Fromberg on the
Again,
run.
Fromberg, picking his spots well, just like we were told that he would, right? To run the football.
3rd down and 4.
Case Western now 1 of 5, converting 3rd downs. Will be faced with another one at 3rd and 4.
Let's see if this Grove City defense can step up again. They have, almost every time on 3rd down here.
Fromberg takes the snap, drops to throw, stands in the pocket, had a man open and overshoots him and incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 4.
See who caused the bad throw? Ben Bladel, double coverage, double teamed, like Watt is for the Steelers, but able to just drive both of the guys trying to block him into the quarterback, and the quarterback couldn't set his feet and make the throw that he wanted to.
4th down and 4 at the 40.
So the Spartans keep the offense out there on 4th down and 4. One receiver right, one receiver left, trips to the right side. That's Sean Michael James, remains the tailback. Fromberg to throw. Has time. Goes downfield and overshoots his receiver and incomplete. And just missed his man and Noah Coyne. It was open.
Yeah, that time he got great blocking. He had got time to set his feet. He had a receiver open and just threw it over his head. So, yeah, break for the Wolverines there as they're going to get the football back.
So Grove City will take over on downs from their own 40-yard line. 8:42 to play here in the first half. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. Wolverines going to put 1 receiver to the right and 2 to the left side. Tamburino in motion. Pfeiffer to throw it. Has time. Fires the deep out. Frazier was unable to complete the catch at the 50-yard line as he went out of bounds. It's 2nd down and 10.
Pass incomplete intended for Frazier. Broken up by Size.
Yeah, good coverage out there by Size. I've been saying his name wrong, so got it right now though. Yeah, Size. Good coverage out there, and forced Frazier to break his route off out of bounds.
2nd down and 10. Nico Flotti is the tailback. Sullivan out to the right side. Heckathorn slot to the left, and Frazier outside of him on the numbers. They give the ball to Nico Flotti. Had a little bit of a crease that he was able to get through and push forward for about 3.5, 4 yards. It set up a 3rd down for the Wolverines.
Flatty on the run.
Just enough of a push there by the offensive line, and Flatty able to drag some would-be tacklers to get 3, and certainly
Mel on the tackle.
set up a little bit more manageable third down play here for the Wolverine offense.
Play clock at 20 seconds as they turn and check with the cards on the near sideline. We go under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Pfeiffer takes the snap, turns the football over, going to take a shot downfield, has a man out there, and could not complete the catch. Going to the ground was Daniel Sullivan, and it brings up fourth down.
Yeah, Sullivan almost making a highlight reel catch there. Yeah, but Quota able to break it up, and as Sullivan kind of was bringing it to the ground. So I like the shot, though. I like taking that shot right there.
And this is definitely one of the better secondaries we've seen all year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no question. And, again, not a surprise.
So Bear Bay will punt the football away, averaging about 42 yards per kick with a long of 59. Gets good protection, gets the kick away, and a sliding fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Looking up into the sun, and the Spartans will have it with 7:45 to play here in the first half.
By Wolf at the 26.
Bo Wolf there almost
31-yard punt.
Almost had a little moment of indecision right as the ball was coming to him, whether to go and catch it or not, or just get out of the way, and almost was disastrous, but he was able to complete the catch and get down to his knee. So here we go. This Wolverine defense that has been spectacular all day, back out onto the field here with 7:45 to go in this first half, up 9-0.
Bromberg overlooks the defense. This will be the 20th play from scrimmage this afternoon for the Spartans. Takes the snap. Going to give it to his running back, and he is twisted down in the backfield. No running room there whatsoever for Andy Cavesick, the freshman tailback.
Yeah, no running room at all. Just running into Bryce Spolnick, who had thrown his blocker off and able to just swallow up the running back.
So the loss of 3 brings up a second down and 13. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Bromberg claps, takes the snap, stands in the pocket, fires the pass quickly. Receiver made the catch, and then immediately got knocked down to the turf by Bowden Davidson.
Yeah, Davidson just kind of a couple of steps off of him. Enough of a kind of a cushion that Coyne was able to catch it, but then was able to tackle it right away. But still, a 5-yard gain.
That is only Coyne's first catch of the afternoon. So third down and 8 for the Spartans. Bromberg takes the snap, drops to throw, going to roll out to the outside. Eyes downfield, didn't like what he saw, so he tucks it and runs. And it's going to bring up a fourth down for the Spartans.
On the run, pushed out of bounds by Michael Walliser.
Yeah, Michael Walliser able to get to the angle there.
5 to the 33. Fourth down and 3 for the
Walliser,
Spartans.
the junior linebacker from Central Mountain High School, continues to play well wherever they ask him to line up on the field.
Right.
Deep for Grove City.
So Danilo back to return the punt, standing at his 30-yard line. Good snap, no pressure this time. He gets the kick away. Danilo backpedals into a fair catch.
Nice.
At about the 24-yard line, and Grove City going to have the football back with 5:52 to play in the half with a 9-0 lead.
Yeah, good punt, but Danilo making a great decision there to fair catch that and save the decent field position anyway. They're going to set up shop on the 24. 5:52 to go in this first half. Obviously, with this 9-0 lead, wouldn't it be great if Grove City could put together one of those long sustained drives that results in points.
Nico Flatty hustling onto the field. This will be the 30th play from scrimmage in the first half for the Wolverines. Play clock winding down under 15 seconds, now down to 10. Eifert takes the snap, gives the ball to Nico Flatty, who cuts back inside and will drive down to about the 28-yard line and this front has done well defensively, kind of controlling the Grove City running game.
Yeah. Again, with the obviously a couple of exceptions,
now.
right? The couple of big plays, and
4-yard gain to the 28.
but this is
Second
what
down
Grove
and
City
6 for
does,
the
right?
Wolverines.
With in the Nico Flatty era, this is what they do, right? You're controlling the running game a little bit. We're going to keep hammering him at you, and eventually, he's going to kind of break one.
Pfeiffer to throw, and that pass is going to be caught across the 30 and down to the 32-yard line by Sullivan, who had to go high into the air to pull that one down.
Yeah, Sullivan coming kind of back to his quarterback,
Chupocha.
and a high pass.
4-yard
He's
gain.
able to
Third down and
haul
2
it
at the
in.
32.
And big difference, obviously, between 3rd and 6 and 3rd and 2. So it doesn't look like much of a play there, but that 4-yard gain sets him up in 3rd and short.
So 3rd down and 2. Play clock at 12 seconds. It's Sullivan to the right side. Lenhart, Heckathorn, and Frazier to the right. Piper's going to keep it, going to run with the football right up the middle, and he'll have the first down and some extra yardage. Piper only
Logan
39
Piper on the
yards
run,
rushing on the
brought down by
season,
Croc.
but when he sees the
He had 4 yards
opportunity,
to
he'll
the
take it.
He can do it, right?
First
I mean,
down,
that's the
Grove
one
City.
thing we've seen from him. He's
First
not,
and 10 at the 36.
he's not looking to run like his head coach often did when he played. But when he does run, it's a good read, it's a good decision, and he certainly can do it.
So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines at the 36-yard line. Down under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Piper takes the snap, gives the ball to Ian Demiri, running off the short side. And Demiri with a good first down gain down to the 40-yard line.
on the run.
Demiri,
Brought down by Chupocha.
Demiri following
4 to the 40. Second down
big
and
Robert
6.
Tamburino, who is just making white shirts go bouncing off of him as Demiri followed him. I've certainly loved watching him. Another great senior that's made some unbelievable contributions to this program, Robert Tamburino.
2nd down and 6. Tamburino in motion, settles in the backfield. Piper to throw. Flips the hips, turns around, fires downfield for Frazier. And Frazier able to come back to the football, make the catch across the 30, and down near the 28-yard line.
Yeah, just made a great hip move there on size on the sideline. Got into the middle, and another perfect pass in there from Pfeiffer. And Grove City in business.
Down to 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in the first half. Single receiver to the right, 2 to the left side. Piper to throw it again, firing downfield. Frazier makes another grab, and he's down to about the 22-yard line.
Yes.
Piper's pass
So, yeah, you'll
complete
take
to
a
Scott Frazier.
5-yard completion on first down.
Sakalo on the tackle.
Number 53 is permitted to stay in the game.
Okay.
So Brady Brungard lost his helmet, but he will get to stay in, and Brady appreciates that.
Yeah. The crowd fired up.
Became a starter the day he came on campus as a freshman,
Yeah.
and has been a fantastic player on that offensive line for 4 years.
Yep.
Give the ball to Nico Flotty, bounce it outside, cut back hard to the middle, and drives down to the 15-yard line. That'll be a Grove City first down.
And that's kind of what I was talking about. Just as you said,
Nico Flatty on the run.
Case Western's done a great job kind of containing the run, and but they kind
This is a
of keep at it.
2-minute timeout.
So we have reached the 2-minute timeout with the score. It is Grove City 9 and Case Western Reserve 0. We'll step aside for a break and come back on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Two-minute timeout over, and the Wolverines ready to come back to the field. Of course, the 2-minute timeout added to the end of each half this year across college football.
Yeah.
Single receivers to each side. Vladi's the tailback. Nico's going to get the football. Has a big opening inside the 5, and he will rumble into the end zone for a rushing touchdown for Nico Vladi. That is number 10 on the year for the senior.
Just a blindingly quick cutback as he went kind of right at the left side and then recognized nothing there. The corner on that side had gone with the receiver, made the cutback, and just scampered into the end zone for another Nico Vladi touchdown.
So it'll be Lambert to snap it, Bearbay to hold, and Sullivan on for the extra point. Snap and hold are good, as is the extra point by Daniel Sullivan. And Grove City pushes their lead to 16-0 with 2 minutes to play here in the half.
Yeah, a really nice drive for the Grove City offense and a great scoring play by Nico Vladi, and getting to score on senior day for him. But yeah, I mean, again, you think about the sort of flow of this game, Mark. I mean, you can tell how good Case Western Reserve is. You can tell. I mean, they're like good players in every position. And, it certainly has been no walk in the park for Grove City, but they have just kind of kept at it. They've kept sort of hammering away on offense at the things that maybe aren't necessarily working, easily. And they've been able to just find enough to have 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And defensively, this is kind of the story of the game today, is just how terrific this defense has been.
That drive 8 plays, 76 yards, took just under 4 minutes for the Wolverines to find the end zone.
Perfect.
Now Sullivan on to kick the football away. And over end kick that'll be fielded across the 5, 10, 15, 20. And a full head of steam down to about the 25-yard line.
Now on the run back, brought down by Wallheiser and
by Kavsik. That's Jake Kavsik, as you said, the quarterback athlete. Once he catches the ball,
he's an athlete.
There's one way forward, straight ahead.
Yeah.
So the Spartans will have a minute 47 to play here in the half. And all 3 of their timeouts.
Yeah.
Fromberg brings the running back, Andy Kavsik, right next to him. Now he'll drop a couple yards behind. Fromberg back to throw, and we're going to get a penalty flag that comes out. A lot of motion that time from Kavsik, moving all around Fromberg.
Yeah. What do we got?
Thought we were about to get the call.
Yeah.
Defensive offside, number 5. Lined up in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Please reset the game clock to 1:47.
So they'll add a second to the clock, and the penalty on Ben Bladel makes this a 1st and 5 for the Spartans.
4 penalties for 30 yards for the Wolverines. Only 2 penalties for 20 yards on Case Western. Case is the least penalized team in the conference. So no surprise they only have 2, although both of them were costly.
Play clock under 10 seconds as Fromberg drops the throw. Has time, fires the pass outside, and it is going to be caught. The ball came loose at the 45-yard line, but they're going to say the receiver was down.
Okay.
Able to maintain
Pass
possession.
From Fromberg to Cave. Davidson on the tackle. Gain of 14. 1st down and 10 at the 44.
And Cave just able to find a seam in the middle of the field.
For his 4th catch, Fromberg takes the snap. Going to take a shot downfield, and that pass is bobbled and knocked away at the last second. and incomplete by the Grove City secondary.
Yeah, he actually caught it. He got both hands on it, and Ryan Montgomery making a heads-up play by kind of, as soon as he recognized that the receiver had both hands on it, punched up and knocked the football out of his hands. So a great heads-up play by Montgomery. That was a bit of a recovery, right? He got beat, but then he recovered and was able to knock the football out of his hands. Great job by Montgomery.
Second down and 10. One receiver to the left, trips to the right side. Bromberg checks for the sidelines. Play clock at 5 seconds. They just get the play off. Pressure from Bladel. The pass is going to be caught and then pulled down by Jack Jolly for just a short gain. It brings up third down and 9.
Complete from Fromberg to Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf traversed fields and made that interesting. But Jack Jolly just hustling came from the behind and made the catch.
Fromberg to throw, and that pass too tall and incomplete as he threw that off his back foot, looking for Noah Coyne, and it brings up fourth down.
Yeah, Noah Coyne, 6'4", but not able to go up and get that. Covered by the 5'9" Noah Wheeler, but Wheeler again doing a great job in one-on-one coverage.
So Danino back to return the punt.
Rhodes to punt. Danino D.
Joseph Rhodes, the fifth, the senior. Ranchos Palos Verdes, California.
All right, well done.
I may have practiced that. Snap back to him, gets the kick away. And Danino going to call for the fair catch at about the 18-yard line. So 56 seconds, all three timeouts. We'll see how aggressive Coach DiDonato wants to be.
Yeah, right. A 16-0 lead here with just under a minute to play in this first half. You could really kind of almost see justifying either direction, right? Being really aggressive. Hey, we're already up 16-0. But you could also see being really kind of conservative about it and taking this 16-0 lead into the locker room.
Minute to play, third quarter. Carnegie Mellon leading Allegheny 56-3.
Good boy.
Tamburino in motion. Piper takes the snap. He will throw. Going to step up into the pocket, and he gets sacked for the second time on the season. He tried to roll out to the wide side and went down to the turf.
Wait, say that again.
Loss of 5.
The second time on the season.
Second and 15 at the 14.
That's absolutely stunning when you think about how much Grove City passes the football.
They're first in the first half.
So Case Western will take the first of either team calling a timeout with 48 seconds to go here in the first half as they're trying to be a little aggressive and get the football back.
Yeah, clearly. And, again, with all these timeouts left, this might be a long last minute of the first half, right? So, again, just been a really enjoyable game to watch. The aesthetics of this game are terrific, just as far as the ebb and flow of it and the coaching maneuvers and the plays that guys are making.
And you got to look at the way the defenses have played. Both quarterbacks have completion percentages in the 40s in the first half.
Wow. Yeah, that's unusual, right, for both of them. But
second down and 15.
But they've both been good, right? If you weren't paying attention to the stats, you think, both quarterbacks are playing well.
So second down and 15. Wolverines going to put two receivers out to the right. Now they'll bring one from the slot inside for some extra protection. Going to give the ball to Nico Flotti, who had a small crease, but he was knocked down to the turf at the 16-yard line. And the Spartans will use their second timeout with 43 seconds to play here in the half.
Yeah, clearly, Case.
Second charge timeout, Case Western. They have one remaining.
Of course, Grove City will wrap up the regular season heading to Westminster next Saturday for a 1 o'clock kickoff.
Third down and 13 at the 16-yard line.
Really, obviously, a really good Westminster football team. So, big one this week, big one next week. In a lot of ways, unofficially, you could almost sort of say the playoffs begin this week for this team, right? Win this week, win next week, and then get another week, so should be a great one down the road in Wilmington.
Other scores across the conference: St. Vincent leading Bethany 13-7. They approach the half. They have gone to halftime at Waynesburg. They lead Teal 14-3. So 3rd down and 13 facing the Wolverines with 43 seconds to play in the half.
City at the 16-yard line.
Going to have 3 receivers to the right side of the formation, 1 to the left. Pfeiffer to throw, looking that way, goes underneath, and the pass is going to be caught across the 25-yard line out to the 26-yard line.
Pass complete from Pfeiffer to Lenhart.
So Ryan Lenhart adds another catch to his season total.
Western.
His second reception
Gain
of
of
the
11
day,
yards, Grove
and
City
he's
went
9th
4th and
of
2
the
at
season.
27.
Yeah, picked up 11, but needed 13, so it's going to be 4th and 2, 35 seconds to go. Case has exhausted all 3 timeouts here in an effort to force a punt and get the football back. So,
and we've seen 7 punts here in the first half. You look at the score, and Grove City with a 16-0 lead, but both defenses have really, really played well.
yeah, I mean, obviously Grove City's defense has, sure, they've bent a little bit. They've given up some passing yardage, but they have been as lights out as they have needed to be against this really good Case offense. And right, Case's defense, a couple of moments there, big plays by Grove City's offense, but otherwise they've been terrific.
Wolf back deep at the 35-yard line. Daniel Barabay at a punt. Good snap back to Barabay. Rush on, gets the high kick away. Returner lost it in the sun. So this is going to roll and go out of bounds right near the 10-yard line. And Daniel Barabay will take a bow on senior day.
Yeah, that was terrific.
Barabay's punt, 63 yards, out of bounds at the 10. Case Western Reserve takes over 1st and 10 at the 10.
Good hustle down the field there by Derek Lambert, but Barabay needed a big clutch punt there and got one. As now Case with no timeouts.
His season longest, 63 yards on that punt.
Nice. Yeah, now the Case is going to have to go 90 yards. So I guess they're not going to try.
They just decided to take a knee. And that will
takes a knee.
Run our first half play clock down. And there will be no need to snap the football again here in the first half of action.
Nice. That's all Barabay, right? Case did everything they needed to do, but Barabay made it so they just decided to take a knee and not take any chances.
So we've come to the end of the first half. Grove City with a 16-0 lead. Yeah, you mentioned it. Coaches take all 3 of their timeouts trying to get the football back. Right. Barabay says, here's a 63-yard punt. We'll take a knee now and head into the locker room.
Yeah, that's terrific punting by the outstanding punter of Grove City.
So with Grove City on top, 16-0 here at the break, it has been another fantastic first half for the Wolverines.
Yeah, no doubt. Great job both on offense and on defense for the Wolverines.
So we will take a break. We'll come back, and we'll have more on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Grove City College is a Christian college where you'll be challenged academically and nourished spiritually, where you can determine your calling and understand how to pursue it, and where you'll be a part of a community of purpose and principle. An excellent education is at the heart of the Grove City College experience, coupled with a commitment to faith and a mission to keep higher education affordable. I'm Grove City College President Paul McNulty, inviting you to visit gcc.edu to learn more.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hey, there he is. How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand or what?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke. Your face looks weird too. I'm having a stroke. Are you having a seizure or something? I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear.
I'm having a stroke.
You just need to know the sudden signs. Look for FAST, F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. Or S, speech difficulty. Then T, time. Time to call 911 immediately, because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs. Face, arm, speech, time. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college, which ends up making the future better for all of us. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I did the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Halftime here on the Wolverine Sports Network, and the Wolverines on top of the visiting Spartans from Case Western Reserve by a score of 16-0, and the defense has played exceptionally well now over the last 6 quarters.
Yeah, it's right. It's amazing. Again, obviously Grove City went down to Waynesburg a week ago, a heavy favorite, but again, to shut a good, certainly a getting an improving college football team out like they did down at Waynesburg, and now they've carried that into this home game against this great Case Western Reserve team and shut them out for 2 more quarters. So 6 quarters, no points. You can't do much better than that, but even more impressive if you kind of take a little bit of a deep dive into the things that they've done well to keep the opponent off the scoreboard.
Wolverines got on the scoreboard first, capping a 7-play, 62-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Was Ian Demiri's 32-yard touchdown run. Sullivan's extra point was blocked, and the Wolverines had the early 6-0 lead.
Yeah, that was, again, Grove City was, just kind of working its way down the field. Nothing easy, and then Demiri able to go off left tackle and just beat everybody to the end zone. And everybody, he's a power back. He's got some quicks, too, and he certainly showed it there and got the Wolverines on the board first.
3:36 of the first quarter, a 12-play, 52-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 23 seconds was a Daniel Sullivan 38-yard field goal. Chris, originally they were lining up for a 32-yard field goal.
Yeah.
A snap infraction called. They backed it up 5. Sullivan stayed focused and knocked it through the uprights.
Yeah, that's called your kicker. Your kicker picking you up, right? Again, a penalty in that situation, making a relatively easy field goal much tougher. But Sullivan was clutch as usual and no problem, knocked it through.
Wolverines finished off the scoring at the 1:55 mark of the first half, an 8-play, 76-yard drive. Of course, as I go to say that the screensaver kicks on for 3 minutes and 57 seconds, capped off by Nico Vladi's 10th rushing touchdown of the season. Sullivan's extra point gets us to 16-0 Grove City here at the break.
Vladi like a cartoon character, reversing direction so fast he looked like a red blur. And once again, able to beat the safety, kind of coming up over the top to get the angle. Just like Demiri's touchdown, able to get into the end zone off of the great cutback. And Grove City, again, it hasn't been particularly easy, but this offense has been efficient enough, a couple of touchdowns and a field goal, and the defense has been flawless.
12 first downs for Grove City to 3 for the Case Western Reserve Spartans, who have run the ball 24 times and are averaging under 2.5 yards per carry.
It tells the whole story, right? I mean, you can't get your running game going at all. It makes it tough to play offense, and again, just a tremendous amount of credit needs to go to that Grove City front, the Grove City defensive line. You got to do everything right to get a couple of yards on this Grove City defense, and Case hasn't done that enough.
The Spartans have run 26 plays for just 92 yards, while the Wolverines 40 plays for 229.
Yep, and again, that's about what it looks like. You think about the eye test, the score on the scoreboard. That stat kind of reflects exactly what one would think.
And the big number we've been keeping an eye on all afternoon long, Grove City 5 of 9 converting third downs, and Case Western Reserve just 1 of 8 on third, 0 of 1 on fourth.
Right, and that's the thing. Grove City able to keep their offense on the field, and Case hasn't been able to.
Well, when we come back from a break, we will look at the individual first half numbers, update you on scores around the league. Halftime, Grove City 16, Case Western Reserve 0. You're listening to the Wolverine Sports Network.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. Check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Wiper blades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned, nationally known.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Welcome back to the Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch-snuggling, ball-chasing, face-licking, tail-wagging, backyard-hanging, and, of course, companionship.
And what breed would you say Satchmo is?
I'd have to go with maybe a lavish terrier-hound chihuahua-looking kind of mix.
Tremendous dog.
I'd also like to point out Satchmo's coloring, a white, gray, brown, black brindle, simply marvelous.
You know, it's such a treat to watch a dog like this.
Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive. And now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance, so common with this group.
And finally, the loving face lick.
It's great how he just gets in there and, well, licks.
Fantastic. But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
This is why you work so hard to pay the mortgage. Because home is more than 4 walls and a roof. It's that porch swing on a summer night. It's pajamas with feet and everybody over for Sunday dinner. And that old stuffed chair in the living room you just can't get rid of. This is why you work a second job. This is why you learn to fix things yourself, so you could save on repairs. Because home is your place, your memories, your family sleeping in their own beds at night. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. And now even more options are available. Call 888-995-HOPE today. That's 888-995-HOPE. Or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov.
Good night, Mama.
This is why. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Halftime continues here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Grove City leading Case Western Reserve by a score of 16-0. Chris, we look around the President's Athletic Conference here this afternoon. Under 8 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Carnegie Mellon has put up 63 on Allegheny. It's 63-3.
Yeah, the steel and the aluminum are both cooking there for Carnegie and Mellon, as they certainly have the offense going. That's a really good football team.
St. Vincent leading Bethany 13-7 as they get set to begin the third quarter. And Waynesburg on top of Teal 14-3 as that game still at halftime.
Yeah, and again, we heard Ryan and Coach DiDonato talk about Waynesburg, right? I mean, you look at that score, Grove City, beat up Waynesburg. Waynesburg's a good team, and certainly coming out and playing a great first half against a Teal team that got a nice win last week.
I thought it was interesting in that pregame show last week. Coach kind of compared the way they are trying to build that program back up to the same way that he did with the Wolverines.
Yeah, no question about it. You can certainly see the similarities. So that would be a big win for Waynesburg, obviously.
Looking at some of the individual numbers here in the first half. First for the Spartans, Fromberg, 6 of 15, throwing the football, 68 yards. That's a 40% completion percentage. No touchdowns, no interceptions. He has been sacked once.
Yeah, and again, just certainly wouldn't call it kind of pedestrian, but just sort of doing what he needs to do, to put up those numbers.
Leading rusher in the game is Fromberg, who has run the ball 4 times for 13 yards. Leading receiver, Cave, has 4 catches for 61 yards, but in the first half, doing a good job controlling the big 6'4" Coyne. Only has 1 catch for 5 yards.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Looking at those numbers, Fromberg only 68 yards passing, and the receivers, Cave, Coyne, Wolf, those guys that Coach DiDonato, talked about with Ryan in the pregame show. I mean, they're doing a really good job. A lot of good one-on-one coverage for the Grove City secondary is keeping those guys in check.
Logan Piper throwing the football, 9 of 19 for 124 yards. No touchdowns or interceptions, was sacked once. And I thought a really interesting conversation that Coach had with Ryan Briggs, talking about, the way our offense works. We're not going to lead the league in completion percentage, but when we complete passes, it's for big yards.
I mean, I almost make the comparison, me with my basketball analysis, but it's almost like a great shooter, right? You're our shooter. Don't worry about shooting 80%. But it's like they're saying that to Piper, right? It's like, look, your completions when they hit are going to be, big plays, things like that. So yeah, you're going to be 21 for 26 sometimes, like you were last week. But most of the time, right? It's just we're going to loosen up defenses. We're going to go deep. We're going to miss deep occasionally. But yeah, I mean, I think 9 for 19, 124 yards. No sacks or 1 sack, no interception. That's sort of typical, for Piper. And just when you think, okay, maybe he's having a tough day, he'll hit one deep to a Scott Frazier to really break this game open. So yeah, that's kind of the way that it has worked here in the great career of Logan Piper.
Nico Flotti, 13 carries, 58 yards, and a touchdown. Ian Demiri, 6 carries for 48 yards. And a touchdown. Piper has run it twice for -1. Frazier, you look back to the game and you think, kind of quiet first half, and you look at the numbers, 3 catches, 68 yards, leading the way.
Right, but he'll break one here. He'll get one in the second half that'll kind of make it memorable. So yeah, they're putting a whole lot of effort into keeping him in check, which, like you said, that they are. But he still has 68 yards receiving, So again, just a great player that defenses have to really spread themselves thin to try to keep in check.
Lenhart, 2 for 23. Heckathorn, 2 for 18. Sullivan, 2 for 15. As Piper spreading the ball around here in the first half. You look at some of the tackling numbers. Jack Jolly, Bryce Spolnick leading the way with 4 apiece. Mitch Brubaker in there with 3, leading the way here in the first half.
Yeah, and again, some of the names you would expect showing up there. But how about this? I'm looking at your tackle chart. Ben Bladel, no tackles, because they're double and triple teaming him, every play, which opens things up for other guys to get tackles, right?
So at the half, Grove City on top of Case Western Reserve by a score of 16-0 here at the break. And we kind of just, mentioned it's 6 quarters now that this Wolverine defense has kept a 0 up on the board.
Right. And they just again, I sometimes I try to think of a more brilliant way to say this, but it's just the guys on defense doing their job. And, each one of them doing exactly what they need to do, kind of in the way that they do it. And, 6 quarters. Let's see if we can get 2 more. Let's make it 8.
It's been an absolutely beautiful, crisp fall afternoon. And, what I love about today is, you think about the football seniors, but there's so much more that goes into a football game on a fall Saturday afternoon. It's the cheerleaders. It's the seniors for the marching band.
Right.
It's the seniors for the football team. It's the managers that are seniors, all going into what happens on a Saturday afternoon.
Right, no doubt. And they've been doing it here, for 4 years. And what a, kind of a spectacular 4 years it's been, right, for this group of seniors, on all of these different units. So this is we had 30-some seniors on the band, 29 or 26 on the football team.
And, of course, we look ahead to next week for the Wolverines. And it's one of those where, after the loss to W&J, it became apparent, you've got to win out. And each game becomes bigger than the next.
Right.
And not that this game is over by any stretch with the way the Spartans can put points up on the board, but Westminster becomes the next challenge next week. And going there have been some absolutely wild finishes over the last few years.
Yeah, you think? Yeah, that's you and Ryan, of course, calling one of the all-time classic college football games ever there a few years ago. And perhaps that was the game that kind of turned this whole program around. He could look at and so it's going to be crazy. But, again, in my mind anyway, at least from sort of a, emotional point of view, the playoffs kind of started this week for this Grove City team, right? This is a playoff game next week at Westminster. If they can win this one as a playoff game, and then that should get them, a second season. So,
We'll find all of that out in a couple of weeks on Sunday afternoon when the newly expanded D3 playoff field is announced.
Yeah, that helps. And I think, too, expanded or not, I think this President's Athletic Conference, the way that Grove City played last year, the way that some of the teams have played in recent years once they got into the tournament, I think that there's a lot more, kind of respect for the conference nationwide, for the conference. And I could see that certainly 2, maybe 3, if it's a 3-way tie for the conference championship.
Yeah, there's definitely a possibility. Obviously, you get the auto bid.
Yes.
Then you could see, 2 more for the potential of 3 getting in from this conference.
Right. And like I said, I don't know everything I should know necessarily about all the other conferences in Division III, but if CMU, W&J, and Grove City College all finish 9-1 in a kind of a triangular, if you will, 3-way tie, those 3 teams go, right? Those 3 conference champs all go. And,
And you kind of look at the way it played out, of course. Grove City beating Carnegie Mellon beating W&J. Like the way it's played out this year has been interesting.
Right. And those are 3 great teams. And then, of course, you throw this Case team, and, Case has got Grove City today, and then they play CMU, right? So, they could certainly throw a wrench in that. And then W&J, what a terrific season they've had, so losing to CMU in kind of a spectacular way. But then coming back and beating that Grove City College team down in Washington. So yeah.
And while we have a second, we have to congratulate and wish the best of luck to both the Grove City men's and women's soccer team, both playing in the conference championship games this afternoon and evening.
Yeah, no doubt. What a great run both of those programs have had here over the past decade or even more. And, it'd be nice to bring home a couple of banners for sure.
So Grove City gets their hands on the football to begin the second half as the kick fielded inside the 10, across the 15, 20, 25, 30, and out near the 31-yard line. And that's where Bowden Davidson will start the Grove City offense off.
22 yards. Brought down by King.
Nice return by Bowden Davidson.
Takes over first and 10. The ball will be placed.
He's had a good year at that spot.
1 yard line.
Bowden Davidson coming into play, averaging about 22 yards per return.
Yeah, he's been he has been terrific. So decent return there, and Grove City will set up shop on the 31.
Single receivers to each side of the formation. Single back in the backfield behind Logan Pfeiffer. That's Demiri who's going to get the handoff, and Demiri not able to stay on his feet, but he'll get across the 35 and out to the 37-yard line.
What a great little jump cut.
On the run, brought down by
Both his player and a Case guy was down, and he just jumped over them, hurdled over them, and then kept going, and lost his footing a little bit, but still a really nice gain on first down.
Second down and 4, just underway here, third quarter. Wolverines right to left to begin this third quarter. Play clock down to 15 seconds. Pfeiffer overlooks the Spartan defense. He'll take the snap, give the ball again to Ian Demiri. And Demiri able to continue to push the pile forward down to about the 39-yard line. Sets up a third down and short.
Demiri on the run.
Demiri
Brought down by Trock.
Able to get in there into the linebacking core, but Gabe Trock able to kind of meet him shoulder pad to shoulder pad and drive him back a little bit. So Grove City, a little work to do here on this third down play.
Demiri to the sidelines. Nico Flotti checks back in. Sullivan to the right. It's Heckathorn and a Frazier to the left side. Now Heckathorn going to move in tight. Going to give the ball to Nico Flotti. Flotti trying to stretch to the outside. He cannot. He's going to be pulled down for about a yard loss. And it'll bring up fourth down and Barabay on the punt.
Yeah.
Brought down by Mel.
Great play out there by Mel.
4th and 2 at the 39.
I mean, that's one of those plays we've seen Nico break that tackle and pick up many yards afterwards that time. But a great play out there by the Case defense. So they're going to get a 3 and out here to start this second half.
Barabay to punt. This will be his 4th, averaging 47 yards a kick this afternoon. Snap high, back to him. Barabay pulls it down, gets away a high, deep kick. Fair catch called for all the way back at the 10-yard line.
Another bow. Yeah. Oh, little dance, too. Dang. All right.
He's enjoying senior day.
He sure is.
Case Western Reserve takes over first and 10 at the 10.
So all the way back to the 10-yard line is where the Spartans begin their first possession of this third quarter.
Yeah, and you think about, what these two punts have meant, right? I mean, Case Western Reserve now back-to-back 3 and outs, end the half and the beginning of the half, but Barabay punting them out of trouble both times and flipping the field position.
Fromberg overlooks the defense, takes the snap, going to fire downfield. That pass is going to be caught just shy of the 20-yard line.
The K. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 at the 18. Noah Wheeler on the tackle.
So second down and 8 coming up.
A great battle between Cave and Noah Wheeler out there one-on-one continues.
2nd and 2 for the Spartans. Fromberg overlooks the defense, trips to the right, single receiver left side. Play clock down to 14 seconds. He'll take the snap, look to run it himself, and he's going to be pulled down back near the 15-yard line. They've contained him running the football so far today.
Yeah, that was Jack Jolly. That's about 2 or 3 times today where he has come from sort of the backside of a running back or a receiver after the catch and just run them down just on pure hustle. It's like Jack Lambert on those old NFL films chasing down an unsuspecting back, right? burying them.
So 3rd down and 4. Down to 11 and a half minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter. Fromberg takes the snap, looking to throw. Here comes Ben Bladel, and down goes Fromberg back at the 10-yard line. And for Ben Bladel, that is sack number 10 on the season for the all-time leading sack leader.
Yeah, I mean, Bladel was double-teamed that time, too. Like, it wasn't like, it was a breakdown on Case's part. They have continued to double-team him. They double-teamed him there. He blasted right through it and then gets the tackle and the sack to force a punt from the end zone.
So the Spartans will punt. Wolverines showing some pressure up the middle. Snap back to him. Bobbled it for a second, and Shea Aiken might have got a piece of that football. As that punt's going to go out of bounds near the 20-yard line.
It looked like Bladel and Aiken were both in there with a chance at the block.
So we're going to say that was just a kind of a shank off the side of his foot, and no one got contact on the football, but Grove City begins this drive at the Case Western 20-yard line.
Yeah, so the stat sheet won't show a blocked punt, but Bladel and Aiken certainly just kind of messed the punter's timing up, and so he just shanked it off the side of his foot. So Grove City takes over with great field position as if there was a blocked punt, right?
So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines from the Spartan 20-yard line. They're going to run the ball with Nico Flotty on 1st down, and Flotty, good second effort, gets the ball across the 15 and down to the 13-yard line.
Flotty with another great
Nico Flotty on the run, brought down by Tong.
Tong able to get him from the backside, but the thing about Flotty is, like, you have to tackle him so violently to get him down that every time, you hear kind of moans and groans from the crowd, like, oh, that should be a penalty. But if you don't tackle him like that, he's not going down.
2nd down, long 3 coming up. They will give the ball to Flotty once again, lowers the shoulder, and drives towards the 10-yard line. He's going to be down to the 11-yard line, going to be a little bit shy and bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah. Still able to grind it close, so that this should be a
3rd and 1 at the 11.
Third and about 1, 3rd and very short here.
Officials timeout for an injured defensive player.
We've got a player for the Spartans down on the field at the 15-yard line, and the training staff will come over to take a look at him. Can't get a number, Chris, as he's sitting down on the turf, and now going to be helped up. The player down defensively, that's Osi Chichekwa down on the field.
Yeah, he's been great today too. So if he's out for several plays, that's a painful one for Case.
3rd down and 1 at the 11.
So 3rd down and 1 coming up at the 11-yard line. Going to bring in both fullbacks. Flotty's the tailback. Piper going to work out of the pistol. Going to give the ball to Nico Flotty. Cut to the outside. Cut hard back inside. And he'll have the 1st down to about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, another great cutback. We've seen a couple of those as he just runs right at the pile.
On the run.
Officials timeout for an injured defensive player.
And another player
Tackle made by
for
Mel.
the Spartans down around the 9-yard line.
That looks like one of the linemen.
Trying to check on him as it's been a cool afternoon so far today, and but we've seen a couple of players get banged up for that defense for the Spartans.
Yeah, I think in both of those plays, that those are kind of the very likely ones where it gets rollover.
So with the man down on the field, we will step aside for a quick break, and we will come back on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. It's that time of year again. Buy one, get one free windshield wiper sale. You heard correct. BOGO. Windshield wiper sale with any of our Valvoline full-service oil change through the end of the year. So get ready for Old Man Winter today before he arrives. BOGO windshield wiper sale through December 31st. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy.
So the player that was down defensively was Caden Tong, the grad student who was all PAC last year. Has been a fantastic player for the Spartans.
Maybe two of the guys that we've called the most today for this Case Western Reserve defense going out on the last two plays. So keep an eye on that.
So first and goal for the Grove City College Wolverines. Ian Demiri now in the backfield. Frazier, single receiver to the left side. Pfeiffer takes the snap, gives the ball to Demiri, and he's going to be spun back right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Might have even lost about a half a yard, so it's going to bring up second and goal.
Yeah, Sean Riley bounced out there and
second and goal at the 9.
Took away Demiri's ability to bounce that outside. So a good play that time by the Case defense.
Riley, a junior, played his high school football at one of the biggest programs in Ohio at St. Xavier in Cincinnati.
Never heard of him.
No.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
So second and goal coming up for the Wolverines. Again, Pfeiffer going to work out of the pistol with Nico Flotti now the tailback. They give the ball to Flotti, cut back inside, and then he is spun down at about the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up a third down and goal.
Flotti on the run, no gain.
Yeah.
King and Danowski on the tackle. Third and goal.
King and Danowski just kind of able to get under him, trip him up a little bit.
Third and goal
So they will give him 1 yard, but still big play here.
Single receiver, Sullivan to the right. Lenhart, Heckathorn, and Frazier to the left side. Play clock, plenty of time, now at 12 seconds. Down to 3. Pfeiffer snaps it. Going to look for the end zone. That is a touchdown for Ryan Lenhart. Had his man boxed out, as you like to say.
He did it right.
And made the catch for the touchdown. That's Heckathorn, 88 on the touchdown.
Complete the number 88, Ryan Heckathorn. It is an 8-yard completion.
Heckathorn just kind of
pinning
him up.
Heckathorn, touchdown, Grove City.
Kind of pinned him up and able to get the pass there.
For Heckathorn, his third touchdown reception of the season. Sullivan on for the extra point. Lambert snap, Bear Bay the hold, and Sullivan's extra point is up and good. 7 minutes, 3 seconds to play here in the third quarter, and the Grove City lead, Chris, now at 23-0.
Yeah, just kind of, it's like a slow growing domination, right? It's like anybody here just kind of casually watching isn't thinking, oh, Grove City's just dominating this team, but kind of slowly but surely, it's slowly kind of growing here that Grove City is just dominating in all of the small ways, and one very large way, that being on the scoreboard.
And being able to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you. And in this case, a shanked punt off the side of the foot. You get the ball at the opponent's 20-yard line, and you turn that into a touchdown.
And you go and score, right? Yeah, no doubt. And let's go all the way back to Barabay's punt that forced Case Western Reserve to have to set up shop, inside, and then a punt in terrible field position that was shanked, and that kind of sets all that up. So all of the plays being made equal a touchdown.
So Sullivan has the ball teed up at the 35-yard line, ready to kick the ball back to the Spartans.
Sullivan to kick off. Wolf and Kasich deep.
2 returners back deep inside the 5-yard line. Sullivan's kick fielded at the 5, across the 10, 15 to the 20, and then driven back at the 20-yard line by a host of red Wolverine jerseys there to make the stop.
Fantastic on the return, brought down by Aiken, Frazier, Rosenberry.
Hear all those names being called by public address announcer Ryan Briggs. Like,
run back at 15
you
yards.
know what it means when you have a great special
teams.
teams. You know what that means, like in a college football program? It means that you have a whole lot of good football players. Right? Because, obviously you don't have too many starters out there on special teams. You got some, like Bladel on the punt block team. But, just a whole bunch of good football players flying around, taking great pride in what they're doing on those special teams, and that's what Grove City has going here.
Bladel's coming again with pressure, pressing Fromberg from the backside as he unloads that pass that falls incomplete. And Bladel almost perfectly, Chris, timed up that blitz.
Not almost perfectly, right? I mean, that was occasionally we see him get called for offsides on that. But, again, he'll take that. He'll take the occasional offsides call, for being able to time it up like that. And Fromberg just no time to set his feet and make a pass.
And that's something you typically see from the great pass rushers. They're going to get caught every once in a while, jumping early.
Right.
But for the production you get, like you said, you're okay with that on occasion.
Yeah, and it's how he's beating the double team, too.
Fromberg to throw. Flag will fly. He's going to take a shot downfield, and the pass is caught across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Fromberg's pass.
There was a flag on the play as well.
Yeah, I think they got
Bladel
that time.
Offsides, defense number 5. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
That is Bo Wolf from Tuscaroras Valley High School who made the reception.
43-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Out to their 43-yard line. One receiver left, trips to the right side. Kavsik goes in motion. Fromberg to throw. And that pass is going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were looking downfield trying to get Dylan Cave the football, and he's been blanketed by the secondary all afternoon.
Broken up by Wheeler.
Yeah, Wheeler kind of blanketed him there, and
second down and 10, 6.5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. 3 receivers, again, go to the right, 1 to the left. Single back, 2 yards deep behind the senior quarterback, Alex Fromberg. And now the official throws a flag.
False start, offense number 14. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Noah Coyne just started leaning a little bit forward in his stance and got called for the penalty.
Yep, just the third penalty on Case Western. As we've talked about a couple of times, the least penalized team in the conference, but still a couple of costly ones today, even though they only have 3.
Final this afternoon, Carnegie Mellon defeats Allegheny 63-10. 2nd and 15, Fromberg to throw. Going to take a shot again down the sidelines, battling for the football. And Bowden Davidson had great one-on-one coverage. Shea Aiken came over to help.
Yeah, I mean, he was right there. He was out there on an island with Coyne. But, just able to scratch and claw and battle and guard him one-on-one. Knock the play away.
Michael Walliser, wearing number 34, going to check in for this 3rd down and 15 play. Play clock now down under 10 seconds. Fromberg takes the snap. Stepping up in the pocket, looking to run, throws on the run. Pass is going to be caught short of the first down marker at the 49-yard line. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah.
Fromberg's pass complete to Coyne. Davidson on the tackle.
Great job by
Gain of 11
Davidson.
to the 49.
Wrapping him up and making
4
sure he
Case
didn't get
Western
past the
Reserve.
yard to gain, right?
Jordan Karcheski, the junior, going to check in. Up front for the Wolverines, it's 4th down and 4. The Spartans 0 of 1 on 4th down in the first half.
Yeah.
Trips to the left, single receiver right side. Single back in the backfield now to the right of Fromberg. He drops to throw. 3-step drop. looking downfield, fires downfield. Receiver made the catch and was driven back, and initially looked to be shy of the first down, but they will give him the first down and move the chains.
Yeah, I think he caught it beyond the line to gain. Jolly drove him back, but they're going to give him forward progress and a first down.
Fromberg's going to keep the football, and he's going to be thrown down. Bryce Spolnick up from this end spot to make the tackle.
Yes. I mean, that was a read that Fromberg made, and the linebacker went with the running back that he faked it to, but made you realize that he had perhaps made a grave error when he looked up and saw Spolnick right there.
And neither option was going to work.
No.
Second down and 14. Trips to the left, single receiver right side. Fromberg overlooks the defense. Play clock down under 10 as he back to throw. Fires underneath. Receiver makes the catch, and there to make the tackle, the freshman Noah Wheeler out of McKinney, Texas.
Complete from Fromberg to Coyne. Wheeler on the tackle, gain of 11. Third and 3.
And for Noah Coyne, just his third catch of the afternoon.
Yeah. And still perhaps the most in-rhythm drive that we've seen out of Case all day.
And they've kind of picked up the tempo. This will be I believe, the 9th play of the drive.
Yeah. Case just 1 of 10 on third down. Picked up the last one on a fourth down. So
trips to the right, single receiver to the left side of the formation. That's Dylan Cave. Running back is Sean Michael James, and Fromberg's going to keep it to look for that first down marker. And he's going to be driven back after just about a yard gain. And it's going to bring up another fourth down situation for the Spartans that are 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
Yeah. Now, 1 of 11 on third down now for Case, but did pick up the first down the last time they went forward on fourth down.
Mitchell White, the tailback, wearing number 22, is to the right of Alex Fromberg. Fromberg claps, 3-step drop, flag on the play, and the pass will fall incomplete.
Fromberg's pass incomplete, flag on the play.
We'll have to sort out this penalty.
Yeah, so the Case guys are putting their hands on their hips like it's offside.
Offside, defense number 5.
Okay.
5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Yeah, Bladel was right there in on Fromberg.
There's a 5-yard penalty. The ball is placed at the 33, first and 10 for Case Western Reserve.
They got
first
him
down,
again
10 yards
for
to
a
go
little bit of
at the Grove City 33.
Early head start.
So that will be the 5th penalty called on the Wolverines this afternoon. That one gives the Spartans a first down.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Bladel is combating the double team by trying to get it right off the blocks. And they got him a couple of times.
Fromberg to throw. Step it up in the pocket. He's going to run to the outside across the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 27-yard line. Kind of got caught in that in-between. Yeah. Do I run? Do I throw? And got a short gain.
Yeah, nice job by Montgomery not
on the run,
not falling back into coverage. Just went right at the quarterback, chopped him down. Montgomery putting together a nice afternoon today from his defensive secondary position.
We will wind the clock, and we are under 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Play clock down to 15 seconds. We've got Aaron Flips now in there at the quarterback spot, taking the snap, trying to pick up the first down. As he just kind of hammered ahead. Phillips the junior out of Medina Highland High School.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome into the game. Welcome to the teeth of the Grove City College defense there.
So third down and 2 coming up for the Spartans. Trying to get that hard count to get the defense to jump offside. He will take the snap and run it to the left side, and he got back to the line of scrimmage and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Phillips on the run, brought down by Jack Jolly. No gain. 4th and 2 at the 25.
I remember Phillips there. It almost kind of had the Wildcat look on those two plays, but he did complete a pass in the first half.
250 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions for the junior. As trips to the right, single receiver left side. Phillips back to throw. Overlooks the defense, looking for a man who came open inside the 5-yard line and made the catch in double coverage. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Spartans.
Phillips pass complete to number 7, Alec Angelo.
That's Alec Angelo, the junior out of Hershey.
Minch on the tackle.
With his 28th catch of the year.
First and goal at the 5.
Just a nice little out route. Nice pass out there thrown by Phillips. And the Case offense picking up some traction now with the new quarterback in.
Trips to the left, single receiver right side. Running back to the right of the quarterback, Phillips, who takes the snap, looks to throw. Looking into the end zone, and the receiver tightrope the back line of the end zone for a touchdown for the Spartans. As coming up with the football.
Pass complete from Phillips to Noah Coyne.
It's Noah Coyne on the touchdown reception.
Touchdown, Case Western Reserve.
Yeah, 15th play of the drive. They score a touchdown. So
it's Coyne's 11th touchdown reception of the season. So Gabriel Pedrosi, the sophomore, will come on. 40 of 42 in extra point attempts on the season. Snap a little off. They do get the kick up, and it is up and good.
The kick is good.
So with 22 seconds to go here in the quarter, the Grove City lead is cut to 23-7.
Yeah, just an impressive drive by Case Western Reserve as they bring in Aaron Phillips, who, like you said from the stats, has played some this year. Played a little bit in the first half, completed a pass, but finishes off a nice drive for Case, and Case on the board now. Grove City still with a 23-7 lead. About to get the football back with 22 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
So the Wolverines give up points for the first time in over 6 quarters. But the mission is not to always, put up the shutout. It's to win the football game.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
So the Wolverines, 2 returners back deep. Spoten Davidson inside the 5-yard line. And Davidson from the goal line will bring it out across the 5, 10, 15 to the 20 to the 25 and down near the 27-yard line. Spoten Davidson has done really well in that kickoff role.
Oh, he's been great.
On the run
all year there, and so
14 seconds remaining in the half. Wolverine offense back out on the field.
Stewie on the tackle. Grove City takes over 1st and 10 at the 27.
Grove City can't answer Case Western's long scoring drive with a long scoring drive of their own.
So Pfeiffer begins this drive at the quarterback spot with 1 receiver to the right and 2 to the left side. He's going to throw it on first down. Going to take a shot downfield for Frazier. Made the catch across the 50, 45, and down to the 44-yard line. Another big catch for Frazier. And we've got a flag back at the 25.
Offense number 60, 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
They get Luke Jolly for the holding penalty that wipes away that big catch from Scott Frazier.
Yeah.
And they'll be 1st and 20 at the 17.
I was just about to brag about my prediction that Frazier was going to break one here soon, but not so fast. They do get a holding call there on Grove City. So good news about that scoring drive. I mean, it was 6 minutes and 36-second drive. So, again, Case scored, but they also chewed up a whole lot of clock doing it.
And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter.
Your score,
and at the end of 3, it is Grove City 23 and Case Western Reserve 7. And the Wolverines will have the football to begin the fourth quarter. We'll step aside for a quick break and come back with more on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. Check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Wiper blades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned,
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy.
Ready to begin the fourth quarter here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Mark Means, Chris Birch with you on a beautiful fall afternoon on the campus of Grove City College. Wolverines will have the football to begin the fourth quarter, up 23-7.
Yeah, and again, a long scoring drive by Case, was a scoring drive, but it took up a lot of time. So perhaps if Grove City can chew up some clock here and get a scoring drive of their own, that could really put this game away.
Wolverines have run the football 29 times so far here this afternoon. First down and 20. Pfeiffer to throw it off play action. Downfield, Sullivan makes the catch, turns upfield, and he'll go out of bounds at the 29-yard line. And for Sullivan, that'll be his third catch of the afternoon.
Yeah, Sullivan, great footwork there on that little out route. Able to make the catch and then scamper for a few yards down the sidelines before he's finally pushed out of bounds.
He'll pick up 12. It's second down and 8. Offense going to stand up, look to the sidelines for the play call. Tamburino in motion, settles in the backfield. They give the ball to Nico Flotti on first down. Flotti got to the 31-yard line. And was driven back on one of those typical Nico Flotti type runs where the contact remains.
Yeah, and they never got him down either. He's still looking around like, why'd you call the play dead? But they stopped his forward progress. Whistle did blow, but so big third down play here, Mark.
Wolverines 7 of 12 on third down. 4 receivers in the formation. Trips to the left. Flotti's the tailback. Pfeiffer takes the snap, looks to throw, fires downfield. Ball popped up in the air by the defensive back for the Spartans. When it falls incomplete.
Intended for Sullivan, broken up by Size.
Yeah, Size, who's had a bit of a rough day today. That time almost corralled that one, and that would have been a game changer. But fortunately, he did not, and Barabay back out to punt again.
So Barabay, who's had the big day punting the football for the Wolverines, averaging 48 yards a kick. Lambert snapped a little high. Barabay pulls the kick down, gets away. Another absolute bomb of a punt. It's going to roll and go out of bounds. And Daniel Barabay continued to have a fantastic Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, he's punting like the guys that punt on Sunday afternoon.
Barabay's punt, 54
Big,
yards,
long hang time. And
Case Western
wow.
Takes over first and 10 at the 15.
That's 3 field position shifting punts in a row for Daniel Barabay.
Another over 50-yard kick for Barabay. Sets up Case Western Reserve with a first down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Stromberg back to throw, stands in the pocket. That's Phillips back there, and that pass is going to be intercepted by the Wolverines secondary. That's Shea Aiken. That's not Shea Aiken. That's 23. Jason Midge on the interception.
Yeah, Midge just able to jump the route and get the big interception. And just when you thought it was kind of the momentum was shifting, Minch says, nope, not shifting.
His second interception on the season. Sets up the Wolverine offense at the Spartan 29-yard line.
Always love to see seniors make a kind of a game-changing play right on Senior Day.
Demiri in the backfield gets the handoff on first down, and it's going to be dropped at the 30-yard line for a loss of 1. It sets up second down and 11.
Yeah, just the defensive line walling up there for Case.
Second and 11 at the 30.
It has not been an easy day to run the football. No. Case Western averaging 1.2 yards per carry. Grove City 4.2.
Yeah, wow. I mean, that's good, but it's still not as good as usual. Both defensive lines have been fantastic.
One receiver to the left, two to the right side. Nico Flotti is the tailback. Piper takes the snap, gives the ball to Nico Flotti, lowers the shoulder and hammers down to the 25-yard line. And an afternoon where you have to earn every yard you get.
Yeah, sure is, yeah.
Down by Laverty and Riley.
Yeah, Laverty and Riley there to make sure that he wasn't able to break that. But still, after the 2-yard loss on first down, Flotti getting them into a 3rd and manageable, but still a very difficult 3rd and 6 here coming up.
Twins to each side of the formation on 3rd down and 6. Play clock under 10 seconds. Flotti's the tailback, a yard behind Logan Pfeiffer, who takes the snap. Flotti picks up the blitz, and the pass is going to be caught by Frazier. Flotti did just enough to let Pfeiffer get loose with that football.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, great job by Flotti picking up that the blitzer there. And
4th and 4 to 23.
Pfeiffer able to get the ball out of his hands quick for a 2-yard gain. So looks like the Wolverines going to leave the offense on the field here on a 4th down play.
Frazier to the left, Heckathorn and Sullivan to the right side. Play clock now down under 10 seconds. Nico Flotti is the tailback. First 4th down attempt for the Wolverines offensively this afternoon. Pfeiffer takes the snap, and a flag comes out. It's going to be a false start on the Wolverines.
Flag on the play.
Before the snap, false start, offense number 71. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So the false start penalty for the senior offensive lineman.
Okay, all right.
So they will keep the offense out there now on 4th down and 9.
Kind of kept looking to see on the sideline, but yeah, you're right. They're going to leave the offense out there for this 4th and 9 play.
Frazier to the left. Heckathorn and Sullivan to the right side. Nico Flotti is the tailback. Play clock at 7 seconds. Pfeiffer takes the snap, stands tall in the pocket, going to take the shot downfield. That pass will fall incomplete on 4th down, and the Spartans will take over on the turnover on downs.
Pfeiffer's pass incomplete.
Yeah, still, I mean, the good news is, though, that was more than a 5-minute drive by the Grove City offense. So no points, but still able to keep the offense out there, pick up enough first downs to use up, certainly a significant amount of clock last minute and a half or so of the 3rd quarter and the first 4.5 minutes of the 4th quarter.
So it'll be Aaron Phillips, the junior, led a scoring drive, then threw an interception on his second drive. Takes the snap, stands in the pocket, going to take a shot downfield, and that pass is going to be bobbled and caught and brought all the way back to near the 5-yard line. It's all that reception. That's a big completion downfield to Dylan Cave.
Yeah, Dylan
And it'll be 1st and goal for the Spartans.
Able to kind of wrestle that football away from Bowden Davidson. And then, Davidson hurt on the play. And able to pick up probably another 5 or 10 yards.
For an injured defensive player.
Yeah, Bowden Davidson made it to the sidelines.
Case Western Reserve will have 1st down and goal at the 5.
As he's down on the field at about the 12-yard line. Both teams will go to their respective sidelines with 10:21 to play here in the 4th quarter. And we will step aside for a 30-second break while they tend to Davidson and be back on the Wolverine Sports Network.
This is Grove City College President Paul McNulty. Grove City College is a highly ranked national liberal arts college where your formation is viewed holistically, embracing mind, heart, and hand. You'll discover your calling and be equipped to pursue it. You'll also be a part of a community of purpose.
Right back to action after Davidson comes to the sidelines. It's 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Phillips empties the backfield. He looks to throw from the 5-yard line into the end zone, and that pass is going to be caught for a Spartan touchdown by Dylan Cave, and the Spartans right back in this one with 10:07 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Case Western
Just
Reserve.
able to find us open seam in the corner of the end zone. And Aaron Phillips, like you said, threw the interception, but has led 2 scoring drives now for this Case Western Reserve offense, and right back in this thing.
Case Western
Looks
Reserve
like they're
will
going to
line
leave
up for
the
a
offense
two-point
out there.
conversion.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Try to go for 2.
Yep. You do the kind of, you break down the math, right? They went for 1 the first time. All right, now we're down 16. Now they got to go for 2 twice is what they're thinking.
Single receiver right, trips to the left side. Phillips, single back behind him, takes the low snap, stands in the pocket, looking towards the end zone, and that pass is knocked away and no good. The 2-point conversion fails, and with 10:17 to play here in the fourth quarter, we have ourselves a 10-point game, 23-13.
Is no good.
Yeah.
Score remains
Tipped
Grove
away
City
there by
23,
Shea
Case
Aiken.
Western
So
Reserve 13.
big play by the defense to stop the special teams, keep it at a 2-score game here as Grove City maintains the double-digit 10-point lead.
So this becomes a big possession, Chris, offensively, to not only get points on the board, but take some time off this fourth quarter.
Right, and they managed the first part of that in their last drive. They used up a significant portion of the clock, did not score, and then Case gets the ball back and goes right down and scores. So, yeah, definitely need that drive only took 35 seconds or so. So, yeah, that was exactly what Case wanted to do.
So Gabriel Petrosi will kick. It'll be Danino from the 5 across the 10, 15. Made a man miss across the 20-yard line, and down there at the 20. That's where the Wolverines take over with 10:01 to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Danino, nice job, good decision fielding that one, and then made one nice cutback to get to the 20. Anytime you're able to get to the 20 or beyond, it's a success, right? Better than the touchback.
So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Nico Plotty is your tailback. Play clock now down under 10 seconds. Eifert takes the snap. He'll give the ball to Flotty, who hesitates in the hole and is able to spin his way ahead for about 2 yards and set up a 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, again, it looked like Flotty was going to be able to pick up a little bit more than that, but they got him low. They got him right by the ankles, and he just kind of disappeared after a 2-yard or so gain. Yeah, going to give him a little more than 2, so 2nd and 7.
Lenhart will come to the sidelines. Sullivan will check in. Play clock down to 12. 2nd down and 7. Eifert takes the snap again. Will give the ball to Nico Flotty. And not a lot of running room for Flotty. Maybe got one more. It sets up a 3rd down and a long 6 coming up.
Yeah.
Game clock going to roll under 9 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 23-13. Grove City leading Case Western Reserve.
Yeah, I mean, this is, again, no surprise. The strength of this Case Western team is their defense and the defensive line in particular. So just tough sledding here for what Grove City likes to do as their bread and butter.
Eifert takes the snap, fires downfield, and that is a catch by Heckathorn to move the chains across the 30 and down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Heckathorn just able to find a little spot in the slot. Great pass by Pfeiffer. Heckathorn does what he does, right? And that is picks up first downs, makes big plays.
His fourth reception. Wolverines going to
what do we got?
Make a little substitution up front across the offensive line on this first down and 10. Piper gives the ball to Nico Flotty. Flotty across the 35 and down to about the 37-yard line as play continued a little bit longer.
It always does with him, right? I mean,
Flotty on the run. Mel and Truck on the tackle.
you always have it's like the delayed reaction from defensive players, right? They think their teammates have it taken care of, and then he keeps grinding, and then they come over and hit, kind of run into the pile.
Good gain on first down, sets up a second down and 5. Flotty going to remain the tailback. Both fullbacks in there. Frazier, your lone receiver. Give the ball to Flotty. Going to bounce outside across the 45-50, 45-40. Cuts back 35, inside the 30, and down near the 28-yard line. Great vision by Nico Flotty to bounce it to the short side and get the first down.
Yeah.
28, first down, Grove City.
Flotty now over the 100-yard mark again.
That's
That's why you keep going to him, right?
First down and 10, Grove City at the 28.
Well, they've kind of, by the formation, Chris, they've said, here's two fullbacks. We're going to run the football. You have to stop us on this drive.
That's right. Yeah. Flotty now at 122 yards rushing. So again, a tough afternoon for him. Like tough in the meaning like it's been tough, but still gets now up over 120 yards.
Flotty will get the football again, trying to slash to the outside and then cut back in for another good gain on first down.
Flotty on the run. Brought down by Tronk and Sakalo.
That's why you keep going to him, right?
5-yard gain to the 23.
Another good gain on first down. Brings up second down and 5. Ian Demiria will come in. Give Nico Flotty a bit of a rest.
Good to see Demiri back in. He looked a little hobbled coming off the field last time. So
Wolverines will shuffle the offensive line. Now both fullbacks in front of quarterback Logan Pfeiffer. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Demiri going to get the handoff. 2 hands wrapped around the football. And he will push the pile forward for a couple more yards and bring up a third down for the Wolverines.
Demiri on the run. Sakalo on the tackle.
So third down and about 3 facing the Wolverines.
3rd and 4 at the 22.
Grove City 8 of 15 converting third downs.
Yeah, drive's already used up more than 5 minutes, Mark. So this is exactly what they wanted to do. Now they just got to finish it off with some points.
Demiri remains the tailback. He'll get the handoff. He'll get the first down as he got past the sticks and about a yard more, and that'll move the chains once again.
Brought down by Riley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's really hurting now.
Now, Demiri definitely slow to get up as he'll make his way slowly to the sidelines. A couple teammates over to come help him
Please
to the
reset the
sideline.
game clock to 4 minutes and 30 seconds, please. 4:30.
So we'll add 6 seconds to the game clock now to 4:30.
Yeah. You remember, Grove City got the football mark at 10:01 right after that quick score by Case, and you thought, oh boy, if they go 3 and out here, we're really game on. But since then they have continued to grind it out, pick up first downs, and use well over 5.5 minutes here.
Haven't seen that in a while. We got the high fives from both fullbacks before they go back to the line of scrimmage. Give the ball to Nico Flotty, and Nico got pulled down from behind. big number 98 in there to make the tackle defensively.
First charge timeout, Case Western.
So Case Western will use the timeout. Joel Maley, the senior defensive lineman from Shadyside Academy, got in the backfield for the 2-yard loss.
Verdi coming in from the backside, too, to get him right away, too. So yeah, again, you just can't say enough about, what Grove City does. This what's happened since that touchdown is the classic example of why Grove City wins games. You know what I mean? So Case has all the momentum. They scored a quick touchdown. Grove City has the football, 10 minutes left, up 10. You're thinking, oh, boy. And they find a way, right? They have found a way now to turn this into a 6-minute drive. And again, even if they don't get points here, it's still going to be awfully tough for Case to score twice.
And I love the way, Chris, they've gone about it because it's both fullbacks. It's an extra offensive lineman. It screams, we are going to run the football.
Yes, right.
You have to stop us.
Yeah, right. We're bigger and stronger than you, right? I mean, that's pretty much what they have, kind of hung their hat on here. But I mean, it's winning football, Little Mike Tomlinism there. Yeah, it's winning football, and that's what they do in moments like this.
So 2nd down and 12 off the timeout for the Wolverines. Spartans use their first. They have 2. Grove City with all 3 of theirs. Single receivers to each side. It is Frazier to the left and Sullivan to the right side. Nico Flotty's the tailback. Pfeiffer takes the snap, gives the ball to Flotty. Cut hard, now back up the middle, and he's all the way down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Wolverines.
Again, a great cutback. We saw him score a touchdown in the first half that way. It's a big-time cutback. It's like the basketball point guard that crosses over and makes the defender, fall down. That's what he's doing there with those cutbacks.
Flotty approaching his season high of 31 carries.
Wow. Workhorse.
He will get the football again and just kind of lower the shoulders and try to push the pile forward. Down to about the 4-yard line where it's 2nd and goal.
Yep, just keep that clock rolling though, right?
Flotty on the run.
Going to bring in Bobby Benton, the extra offensive lineman. Going to bring in Anthony Burnett, the fullback.
Yeah.
Sullivan will come to the sidelines. Frazier remains the lone receiver. They'll line up on the numbers to the right side. Pfeiffer going to go under center. He does have 2 rushing touchdowns on the season. Sends the fullback in motion. Turn, give the ball to Nico Flotty. And Nico Flotty into the end zone for a Wolverine touchdown when they needed it most. They went to the running game and capitalized.
Absolutely. Yeah, just a bruising, pounding touchdown drive. Started with 10:01 to go in this 4th quarter. And they score with 2:37 to go, using up pretty much the entirety of this 4th quarter for a scoring drive to put this football game away.
So Lambert to snap. Bear Bay to hold it. Sullivan on for the extra point. 12 plays, 80 yards, 7 minutes, 24 seconds.
7:24 to go, or 7:24-minute drive. Yeah, fantastic.
And the extra point is up and good, and it makes it Grove City 30 and Case Western Reserve 13. And just when you need it most, you call on, it's your calling card of extra fullback, extra offensive lineman, and just ran the ball for the majority of that drive.
Yep, your big, experienced, senior-laden offensive line, your 2 big, experienced fullbacks, and your outstanding senior running back, and just blasted down the field, chew up the clock, move the chains, put the football game away, and that's exactly what Grove City College did there.
Nico Flotty, 29 carries, 144 yards, and 2 touchdowns, averaging 5 yards a carry.
Right. Don't forget about that big third down pickup by the pass from Piper to Heckathorn, too, that goes off that script a little bit, but that was a big play.
Sullivan's kick going to be fielded at the 5, across the 10, 15, trying to cut back to the 20, and got down to about the 25, stayed on his feet, and pulled down near the 28-yard line.
Jake Kapsick on the run back, brought down by Minge.
Dave Kaxick.
Case Western Reserve will take over first.
They don't put his position of athlete out there for nothing, showing it off there, right? Yeah.
Chris, this afternoon, the Wolverines have run the football 43 times.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's not necessarily what their identity has been this year, but, against a big bruising team like Case Western, for them to be able to fall back to that and to do it with so much success says a lot about the versatility of this offense.
Phillips going to have 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left side. Play clock down to 4 as he drops to throw. Going to fire the pass outside, and that is going to be caught near midfield. And like Dylan Cave on the reception.
Phillips pass complete to Cave.
Yeah, Cave, I don't even think when he broke that route off, I don't think he had any idea that the ball was coming to him. It was like, there's the football. He catches it and picks up a first down.
Danino now out there with Bowden Davidson on the sidelines. At the cornerback spot, it's Danino and Wheeler. Phillips to throw. Downfield, a pass a little too tall and incomplete. Down the seam, and it brings up 2nd down and 10.
Phillips pass incomplete. Intended for Angelo. 2nd and 10 at the 48.
Angelo found a spot in the seam. Pass was a little high. Ryan Montgomery hard charging there. Almost had a chance to intercept it.
Down at 2:02 to play. One more play before the 2-minute timeout. Trips right, single receiver left side. Phillips takes the snap, drops back to throw, fires downfield, has a receiver open at the 30-yard line and finds Bo Wolf on the completion for a Spartans first down.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Phillips pass complete.
We are down to 1 minute and 56 seconds to play here on the fourth quarter. It is Grove City 30 and Case Western Reserve 13. We will step aside for a break and come back on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. Check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Wiper blades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned, nationally known.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
First and 10 for the Spartans. Phillips drops back to throw, fires the pass downfield. Receiver came back to it with blockers, spun away across the 20 and down near the 15-yard line. Noah Coyne on the reception, and the Spartans want to go quickly.
Yeah, Noah Coyne able to pick up some big yardage after the catch.
13 to the 17, first down, Case Western Reserve.
One receiver to the right, trips to the left. Phillips to throw it. Going to look downfield. That pass is underthrown, and Danino tried to go back to the football, and the receiver pulled him down.
Yeah.
And a flag came out.
Yeah, perhaps the most obvious offensive pass interference call you will ever see. Usually those are 50-50, and they call it on the offense, and everybody loses their mind. At that time, the receiver just flung the defensive back to the ground.
So the officiating crew got to get together and talk about this penalty near the 15-yard line.
Pass interference, offense number 14. 15-yard penalty, replay the down.
So they get the penalty on Noah Coyne, number 14, and This will back them up 15
It's a
yards.
15-yard penalty.
And we're down to 1 minute, 38 seconds to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so a good drive for Case. Obviously running into some obstacles here. That penalty sets him back 1st and 25.
Phillips to throw downfield. That's going to make the catch. And he's going to be stopped right at the 20-yard line. Now it looks like
pass complete to Coyne.
the Spartans want to take
Second charge timeout, Case Western.
So they'll take their second. They'll be left with one.
12-yard gain.
Again, scores around the conference. Chris, we mentioned it earlier. Carnegie Mellon defeating Allegheny 63-10 this afternoon. Fourth quarter. Bethany's now pulled ahead of St. Vincent 21-13. About 2.5 minutes to play. Waynesburg leading Teal 37-3.
Good bounce back for the Waynesburg.
Zach Colley is a pretty good running back for Waynesburg, and he's just a junior.
Yeah.
So Spartans use that timeout. They're left with one. Coach DiDonato and his staff have all three of theirs. Phillips has come in, thrown the football pretty well. 7 of 9, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Second down and 13 for the Spartans. Yep, movement up front. Flags fly everywhere. Phillips takes a shot for the end zone. And that ball was knocked away in triple coverage. They were not going to let Coyne make a play on the football.
No.
Phillips pass incomplete, intended for Coyne.
It's like Phillips was kind of surprised.
Offside. Defense, number 34.
Okay.
5-yard penalty, replay, second down.
Yeah, the body language of the Case offensive players was like, oh, it's on us, right? I mean, they almost didn't finish the play out. So they're going to call Grove City for that.
So we are down to 1 minute and 24 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Second down and 8 for the Spartans. Break the huddle. Come to the line of scrimmage. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left side. Wolverine showing some pressure. Phillips to throw. Pass is going to be caught. And the receiver immediately driven down to the turf. It's Montgomery coming up and making the stop.
Phillips to Wolf. Montgomery on the tackle. In a 5, 3rd and 3 at the 10.
So 3rd down and 3. 1:05 to play in the fourth quarter. Phillips back to throw. Looking into the end zone, and that pass is going to be caught in the back corner for a Spartan touchdown.
Yeah, a rare 3rd down conversion. That time not getting a first down, but getting a touchdown.
Phillips pass complete to Alec Angelo.
Alec Angelo on the touchdown reception, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the year.
Yeah, able to just sky up and get that. Perhaps
Phillips will hold.
Too little, too late, but a chance to cut it back to a 10-point lead with 58 seconds to go.
Gabriel Petrozzi, Willamette, Illinois, the kicker, on for the extra point. High snap, they get it down, rush on, flag out. The extra point is good. Petrozzi got knocked to the turf. So we'll have to sort out the penalty.
The offsides on that. Oh, yeah. You can hear people talking in the press box.
Right.
Maybe hitting the long snapper.
Got a couple potentials here.
Personal foul. Block below the waist. Return team number 91. That penalty is declined. The result of the try is successful.
So they get the low block called on Bryce Spolnick. And 58 seconds to go. Grove City's lead is down to 10 with an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, 58 seconds to go.
And there's been no quit in the Spartans this afternoon.
Oh, no. You didn't expect that, right? Very good team as well. So,
and there was a point where Grove City was up 23-0 in this football game, Chris. It's now 30-20 with under a minute to play.
Yeah. You know, this is a usual post-game discussion, I suppose. But, Case scoring a touchdown there on 3rd down to make the 2 for 13 on 3rd down efficiency. they came into this game with an almost 48% third down conversion rate, fourth in the conference. So that's really one of the kind of storylines of the game, is how the job Grove City was able to do when it mattered in third down.
Correction, Case Western will take that on the kickoff. 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
Okay.
So we get the update on that as they will take
why not?
the penalty
Right?
on the kick. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't forget this afternoon, in about 20 minutes, both the Grove City men and women playing this afternoon in the PAC Championship soccer games.
Roach to kick off from the 50.
So Petrosi to kick the football. It's a big bounce, and that football tightrope the sidelines.
Yep.
And Grove City's going to get the football.
Didn't look like anybody touched it, just went out of bounds. So
The kickoff deflected out of bounds. Grove City will take possession at the 41-yard line.
So 58 seconds, and the Spartans can only stop the clock. They have one timeout remaining.
Right.
Westminster leading Geneva this afternoon, 56-7. That's in the latter stages of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, GT's had been really playing well throughout October. Pulled themselves to 4-4, but Westminster not having any of that.
So the Wolverines going to bring almost everybody in tight, leave a single back in the backfield in Flotty. And Piper is just going to take a knee.
Piper takes a knee.
They will have to run one more play. And definitely seeing some seniors out there on the field for Grove City.
Great stuff.
Evan Wright, the senior fullback, in there amongst the seniors for this snap of the football here at home. Piper will take one more knee.
Piper takes a knee.
Give the football to the official, and the final 20 seconds of this one will come off the clock. And Chris, it was not easy this afternoon, but the Wolverines will put up another win into the win column with a 30-20 victory over the Spartans.
Yeah, just kind of a hard-fought game, from start to finish. But, Grove City just kind of doing what they needed to do to get the W, playing winning football. Certainly the big long drive that used up most of the fourth quarter was the key moment in this second half.
And with the win, the Wolverines are now 8-1 on the season. And the Spartans drop to 6-3. You said it, no better way to say thank you to the seniors than a win on Senior Day this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, obviously one of the all-time great senior groups in the history of this football program. Will wrap up their regular season anyway, home games with a win. So
the final score of this afternoon, score of 30-20. We'll take one final break. We'll come back, wrap things up here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies. That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better. Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news
This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at goredforwomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work. There's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
The Wolverines a winner on a senior day over Case Western Reserve by a final score of 30-20. And they are now 8-1 with a big game against Westminster on the road next Saturday.
Yeah, obviously, 8-1 heading into this game next week at Westminster, an opportunity to share the PAC title with a win. So, again, right kind of where they wanted to be, heading into this this last stretch of games.
Looking at some of the final numbers, Grove City ran the football 45 times for 201 yards. Overall, 70 plays, 355 yards. Case Western 54 plays for 325. But the two big numbers we followed all afternoon, Chris, Grove City, 9 of 16 on third down. Case Western Reserve, 2 of 13.
Yeah, I mean, that was the story of the game. And again, Case's efficiency on third down all season has been great, about 48%, but not today, as Grove City's defense really stepped up on third down, got that offense off the field, and that might have been, if you're looking at statistics, the story of the game.
Logan Pfeiffer, 13-25, 154 yards, 1 touchdown, was not intercepted. He was sacked 1 time. Nico Flotti, monster day for the senior. 29 carries, 144 yards, and a pair of touchdowns.
Yeah, he was great, as he's been his whole career. But, again, in that second half, he's a closer, right? He's one of those running backs that's a closer. And that was on full display in the second half, in the fourth quarter, and that big 10-minute drive in the middle of the fourth quarter there. It was just kind of all him and running behind that big offensive line, behind those 2 big fullbacks. And just a great senior day for the senior.
Demiri, 12 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown. Leading receivers in the game, Scott Frazier, 4 for 70. Ryan Heckathorn, 4 for 34 and a touchdown. Sullivan, 3 for 27. Lenhart, 2 for 23.
Yeah, again, the receiving corps doing what they do, right? Frazier, just 4 catches, but for 70 yards. And then, Heckathorn and Lenhart were absolutely awesome in the slot. Every one of their catches was a game-changing catch. And Sullivan, right, chipping in with his kind of usual, those out patterns. So, again, great contributions from each one of the offensive skill players that needed to make plays to win a game like this.
We cannot wrap up without highlighting the day that Daniel Barabay had punting the football. 5 kicks, averaging 49.2 a kick, along of 63. dropped 3 inside the 20.
Yeah, I'd like to know if anybody tomorrow in the NFL games that are played has a better day than that.
It was a fantastic day for him. The leading tacklers, Jolly was 7, Spolnick was 6 and a sack, Minch and a Brubaker finishing with 5. And the challenge gets a little bit tougher. You don't have to go all that far on the road for next week's game against the rivalry.
Yeah.
Knowing you need to win that football game.
Yeah, what's at stake really is Westminster, that's, certainly their Super Bowl. So they're going to try to win that game, maybe to keep some postseason hopes alive, beat their rival. And for Grove City, right? I mean, I think it's a play-in game to the NCAA tournament. So again, it's a big going to be a big day at Westminster next Saturday. So yeah.
And who knows, this might not be our last time together.
Yeah, it might not be.
A chance to maybe possibly be at home in a few weeks.
That would be great. Yeah. So we'll see. But so we won't say farewell because we'll assume we're working again, right?
That is going to do it for us here this afternoon. The Wolverines improved to 8-1 with a 30-20 win over the Spartans from Case Western Reserve, and now we'll face Westminster next week for a 1 o'clock kickoff. We'll have all the action for you here on the Wolverine Sports Network. For the fantastic support staff here in the press box, led by Sports Information Director Ryan Bricks, my partner Chris Birch. My name is Mark Means. The Wolverines, a big winner here this afternoon as they win it 30-20. You heard all of the action right here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Thank you for tuning into the Wolverine Sports Network. We'll talk to you next time on the home of the Wolverines. You're listening